Oh, there I am. I was about trying to figure that one out. Sorry. Hey, Renee. Hey, Dennis. How you guys doing? I've got to mute this. Always forget to mute it. All right, so I know my mic is working since I heard that echo in my ear. Don, you're in the wrong place. Oh, working out your setup. Dennis, very nice to see you. Renee, very nice to see you. Sorry, just got done wolfing down some pizza. Tampa Drone Life. We got a really big show full of big stars for you guys tonight. Very exciting live for tonight. We got some crash DJIs to talk about. 2 crash DJIs amongst the 4 of us. So we'll discuss that and the guilty parties. And there's some good upcoming stuff to talk about, especially now that I have the FIMI X8 SE. And I'll grab it in a minute. But coming soon, if anybody remembers, the raffle for the Hubsan ZINO 2, brand new in the box. And that one's going to be raised for charity, which we'll discuss all that in a little bit. So Chris Troutman, how's it going? And Guido, David Reynolds, and Michael Dela Cruz. All right, so I'm going to bring in the first big star. All right, here he is, the one, the only, Chad B. Ta-ta!
Oh, what's up? Oh, you caught me off guard there. What's up?
I was going to have music set up to where there was a drum roll and then a sound effect of a cheers and all that, but sorry.
Yeah, I think that would have been good.
I'm a slacker.
Slacking. What's up?
So, not much, man. I've just been hustling, trying to get a bunch of stuff done, and for, as you know, tomorrow's big fly with me and Josh finally.
Yeah, Parks and Tech. There you go.
Yeah,
is this the first time?
This is the first time. Him and I live much closer than you and I, and you and I have flown together like what, 3-4 times now.
Yeah, quite a while. Oh, sorry, I got a margarita. My bad.
Ooh, I could say mine. I could say mine is close to that. It's lemonade. I just had to wolf. I had to wolf down some pizza. So I just let everybody know there's a really big show tonight, and we have to talk about some crash DJIs. Little sensitive subject between you and I, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
And now we'll go ahead and bring in the next big star, who looks a little different than our previous shows when he looked like a homeless person. But he and I are beardless now. Well, he's got the I think it looks like he's got that shadow crap going on, but you're rocking the beard still, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it soon, but I'm trying to drag it out as long as I can. I wanted to go back to work with it so they can see how I look in the beard, but I don't know.
Go back with some authority.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Give me a drum roll there on your table. Here he is, and it's Josh.
Oh.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey man.
What's up?
How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry, just got in a little late, but that's okay. No one else needs to know that, but I just told them that. That's all right.
You're out partying.
Yeah, a little picnic. Now that the restrictions here have been lifted, I had a chance to go and hang out with some of my friends from work. So that was nice. We normally go out to the bar, not every single Friday, but mostly every Friday after work. And well, now we can't do that anymore because the bars are all closed. So we ended up just hanging out at his house and having a nice little barbecue. So that was fun.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I heard you say I don't look like a homeless person anymore, so that's good. It's a little fresh trim just for you, Chris, for tomorrow, buddy.
That FIMI video I just put out, Chili Boo commented on what happened to Chris. Who's that guy? And then I was like, yeah, it's your turn now. You got to shave your beard. I wouldn't recognize him without that beard.
Oh, I can only imagine. Such a great guy.
Yeah,
that's such a good community in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that like we said before, how many people we met from that silly one giveaway. I shouldn't say silly, but one giveaway, and then it brought really good positive results, including the raffle that I'm going to talk about with the ZINO 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, Adrian Mateo Drones, hello. I didn't get you. You came in a little after I did. Crow's Nest Digital, hello. Buy that FIMI A3. He was interested. He made a comment in my video about buying the FIMI A3.
I like that drone, by the way.
I like it too. I just don't like the controller.
It's good
and I'm honest with everybody. My reason for selling it is the controller. I'm just not crazy about that display. Yeah. It works. It's better with a shield, but it's still a little too dim for my liking.
Chris, if you'd let me bring one more drone tomorrow, I could bring that one with my little transmitter that I have that works straight to your phone.
Oh, that's right. That rig you made up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's awesome.
Right. No, you can't bring another drone. And we'll
that was part of the joke.
We'll discuss that later.
How many are you?
Well,
how many are you bringing?
I have 4.
You have 4? Oh, okay.
I have 4, 2 360 cameras, and another couple other cameras as well.
And a backpack, and a tent, and a sleeping bag, and a hammock, and a trunk.
Are you camping out there tomorrow?
He thinks he is.
We might as well. We might as well.
I got to work Monday.
So do I. Early.
Well, while we wait on our next big star, the biggest star of us all.
He is the biggest one.
Because he's a big farmer now. He's a daddy to ducks and chickens. I mean, Mr. Green Thumb. So while we're waiting on him, I think I usually start with Chad. We're going to just put Josh in a hot seat. And besides our gathering to get together tomorrow, you've had a pretty exciting last weekend.
Oh yeah. Last weekend, Memorial Day weekend was extremely exciting. And to everybody watching, I know I haven't posted a video in an extremely long time, which I know everybody's shaking their heads at me right now. But I gotta be honest, this past week at work has been just terrible. And the last thing I want to do is come home and sit in front of a computer and edit. And the one time I did start, I just wasn't feeling it, and it just wasn't turning out good. And I was getting really frustrated. So I apologize. But I have a ton of awesome footage. Last weekend, my fiance Megan and I ended up going. Yeah, that's exactly right, David. That's exactly right. We ended up going out in a boat for a little while, and that was a blast. I brought the Mavic Air 2 with me and did a bunch of hand launches and hand catches from that boat, and recorded a ton of footage and so forth from that. Some little risque stuff for YouTube was captured on that on that drone, so I might have to edit that out a little bit. But
were tops falling off?
There was a lot of twerking going on. on some of the boats. We did a.
Oh, you leave that. You
Yeah, you
leave that.
That's
What
good.
the hell is wrong with you?
They all right. I'll leave it on. But there was we ended up we did a lot of like surfing and wakeboarding and so forth. I did not because I would probably fall off in 2 seconds. But don't worry, Mike. I'm still alive, still well. Just slacking in the editing department.
I think his worrying about you was more in the way of like not worrying about you where you are. He's probably worried that you become a lazy ass.
And you know what? He's 100% correct. If that's what he's saying, then yes, he's 100% correct. Like I said, since we've been going back to work, it's been tough.
That's an adjustment. It's an adjustment to
is.
going back to work in itself, and then implementing new rules and regulations, because this isn't just something that turns off. It's still still things have to be done differently in the workplace.
And I truly want to give you guys and give everybody here the best content that I can give you. And I have a ton of awesome content that's filmed. It just needs to be edited. And I don't want to just throw something out just to throw it out there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be one of those guys that just throws out content and pumps out something that's just garbage. And I don't want to be that. And when I'm just not feeling it, I'm just not feeling it, And
so
I can't give you guys garbage.
So you don't run out the door with 80% battery and just throw something out and
no, nowhere close, nowhere close,
and forget everything that you meant to do.
I spent all morning today, Chris, preparing for tomorrow by charging up all my batteries, making sure that anything that needed updated got updated, so that when we get out there tomorrow, I'm not prompted with an update screen where I have to sit there and waste battery. Like that's
same here, and 3 out of 4 is going to send an update tonight.
Yeah, it probably will. It probably will. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that, like I said, that I captured, and I did a lot of I took the GoPro Max out, and that filmed a ton of content as well. 360. I did a couple little edits, and I did a couple little things that I posted on my Facebook page. So if anybody that's friends with me, if you're not, request it, and I'll accept it. But you'll see some of that. But it was just so much fun. It was such a blast, and I need some of these nice weekends to kind of get me out of the rut through the work week, because I apologize. It's just been rough, which is no excuse. But
you don't have to apologize and beg for forgiveness to the masses here. I think everybody understands. Everybody's got a life. None of us are retired and just because even like with Chad's been working at home this whole time.
He sure has.
But he stays logged in doing his work, and I've been there. I've been back home where it's like, come on, let's go out and play, and he can't. He just can't. So I mean, everybody understands that, and we're all busy. I mean, I'm lucky to put out what I've put out, and running around. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you guys know, running back and forth to Virginia and working, and then coming home, and you got to play catch up and all that. My daughter's going to be getting married in August.
Congratulations, by the way.
Congrats.
Thank you. And she just bought a house. Her and her fiance.
Wow.
lot of stuff going on. So it's hard to put the videos out and keep up with everything else. Work, honey-do list, family, everything. So everybody understands that. Just hurry the hell up and put a freaking video out, okay? All right.
Tomorrow's going to be epic.
All right. Yes, it is. It's going to be epic. Whether we lose some or win some, it's going to be epic.
Either way.
I'm pushing the limits on everything I got. My whole goal is to break all the advertised range that these quads have, and that's going to be the X8 SE 2020, Mavic Air 2, ZINO 2, and bringing that old Parrot Anafi.
Oh, see, you're bringing 4 too.
Well, I was going to bring 2, like me and Chad normally do, but you bringing the 4, so I got to match it. I'll be
Attaboy. Now
sitting
we're
there.
talking.
I'll just be sitting there watching. So, all right. Well,
Attaboy.
let's bring in the biggest star of them all.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, you can do the drum roll this time.
Oh,
I hope he comes in singing. I hope he comes in singing.
Oh, I hope so.
Give him a second to prepare his tune. All right, here he is, Mr. Don.
I just died in your arms tonight.
Oh, good song.
And he's in the studio.
Hey, I don't want to mess with like copyright and all that. So that's all you get.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
You'll get Chris a copyright strike. You keep going on that road.
Yeah.
Right.
What's up, guys?
How you doing there, Don?
How you doing, Don?
Oh gosh, I'm okay. It's crazy up here. My wife completely changed her setup in the booth, so I was
Messed you up?
yeah. So her MacBook Pro is a beautiful, powerful computer, but for her audiobook recording, it actually has been running hot in the hard drive fan, even though it's solid state drive. I don't know how that works. It's kicking on and getting loud. So she moved everything outside the booth and ran wires in. And I'm like, dude, how do I didn't know.
The fan is for the processor, probably.
Yeah. So, and it's actually a known issue. It's a 2019 MacBook Pro, like high-end specs, but there's a lot of people complaining that it's running hot. So, and she can't have that audio in her books. So,
Plus, you don't want to be in the booth when it blows up, like the old. Remember the phones, all the smartphones.
Yeah.
Everybody's had their turn at the exploding phone, Android and iOS.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm just going to go in to hit a few that I did not hit. Mike Kenny, how you doing? I referenced you but didn't say hello to you. Somebody help me out with
You got FSU grad in here?
Renison? I mean, it looks like Renason. It's hard when you don't know the nationality either. It's up a little bit. It's between Mike Kenny and Dave Reynolds. But hello, Dave Reynolds. Hello, Renison. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Well, I'm going to say Renison or Renason. And Mike Kenny. Greg Trevor, how you doing there, buddy? I got to catch up. I got to catch up with Greg and a few others. I haven't talked to Greg very much, so
FSU grad DeMarco's in the house too. Great guy.
And Pistol Pete's in here. Floyd Vincent's in here. And Dennis, you're another one I've got to catch up with. I've got both of those two and Renee on a to-do catch-up list because Renee, I haven't talked to him forever, and Renee and I go back further. But I enjoy talking to these guys, and with everything so busy, it's hard.
There we go.
So let's talk a little bit real quick about Don.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm going to get right into it, aren't you?
No. What the hell is wrong, buddy? Come on now. Don, I'm sorry. I am so amazed by the fact that you got duck eggs in the mail.
Oh.
Like, how is that possible that they come in the mail and then you put them in an incubator and they still hatch? Like,
yeah, you've got like a 1 week window usually to get eggs in an incubator. So for everybody that's out, my channel is a homesteading channel. I'm building a house in a homestead. So this guy in Vermont sent a bunch of duck eggs to me in the mail, and we hatched them out in the incubator. And I thought for sure I'd suck at it. And apparently other people did worse than me because he sent eggs to a bunch of people. It's actually a big collaboration. And his channel, Goldshaw Farm, he's about to hit 100,000 subscribers. So he's no slouch. And yeah, it was fun. The ducks are super cute, and hopefully most of them are lady ducks, and we can get some eggs.
What was the survival rate?
So he sent us
his was good.
Yeah.
You need to pop a link in that to that video.
Okay, I'll work on that. He sent us 13, 12 were viable after the first couple weeks, and we got 8 total hatched. And they're all still doing really well. I actually did it a while ago, but he told me with the collaboration that I had to kind of keep it hush hush, and so we could get like the timed release of all of our videos. But yeah, 8 out of 12 really when you look at it. So they say that some amateur hatching folks average about 30% hatch rate, and so I'll take my 8 all day.
Yeah.
Nice.
And let me tell you what, the girls were so cute in that. I got to show my wife and my daughter. They'll love that. But especially your daughter in the beginning. The shit, what was it? The phrase now?
Release the Quacken.
Yeah,
so that is
the Quacken.
she turned the camera on her and goes, "Release the Kraken." That was from with Medusa and what was it? Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, yeah.
So
release the Kraken.
So Goldshaw Farm, the guy we got the eggs from, he says release the Quacken every time in every video. So this is the new generation of the Quacken.
I got it.
So she watches all of his videos with me, and that's why she shouted it. So
got it. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm pimping my FIMI X8 for tomorrow.
Ooh, fancy.
Chris, I got to be honest with you. I didn't think I was going to get to see the 2020 in action tomorrow.
Oh, buddy, I'm not letting.
I'm really excited, buddy.
I am not letting that happen.
Did you do a test flight already?
No, it's going to be right off the mountain, man.
You're just going to send it off.
I mean, isn't that kind of tradition with me? Just throw it over water for the very first flight.
Yeah,
throw it out there.
The Skydio didn't see one single flight until I just slapped the beacon.
Yes, slap the beacon and oh my gosh.
Well, we all know how that one turned out.
I'm so happy with that because
turned out really good. Yeah.
And sorry to the audience here that we're kind of falling off here, but that's just how we roll. But Chad knows my second attempt with it, just wasn't working out. And so that was really successful for the first. In that video, when I flew with it in front of me, with it flying backwards, that would have been so beautiful if I would have stayed slow. I had no idea that it was going to be like, I had an idea, of course, that it's going to be planning its own route and it's got other things on its mind, but I didn't think I was going to be losing it. So,
no, that's some good stuff.
But I'll get better on that. But yeah, we're going to put the 2020 out there right off the cliff.
Love it.
And Josh, I don't know if you've checked the place out. But let me just explain to everybody where you and I are going tomorrow. And what that is it's a overlook, and it's way atop a mountain. And there is a park that you can go to, and then you can walk down a trail, and it's not a state park. That's the good thing about this area of Pennsylvania. We have a lot of parks that just aren't state parks. So
love that.
Yeah. So you walk down a trail, and I don't know how long this trail is. I just was reading reviews, and everybody says, anybody that commented on the trail said it's a lovely walk. So
your hiking boots.
So me, you, and Megan are going to be skipping down this trail holding hands, since it's a lovely trail. So,
and I'll be capturing every second of it.
So, it's a beautiful overlook. And, it's fenced in, kind of like you're at the Grand Canyon, and it's looking over what's called Raystown Lake. And it's pretty much taller than all the mountains that are out there. So this is going to be kind of a first of just sending something out there where you can fly over top of the mountains and not worry about losing signal on the other side. So I kind of have an endless possibility of directions I can fly from what it looks like. And, elevation's not going to be an issue either. It's going to be thrown off on our displays, but we're going to be in the negatives. Like on the Mavic Air 2, when I flew down in the dam, I was like negative 30 some feet. So that throws you off a little bit, but it's still, you got your FP. You got your
How high
FPV.
is it? What's the elevation?
It is, I think that lookout point is 1,000 feet.
Okay.
I think that's where it is. So
We're going pretty high up,
above
Chris.
sea level, all that I don't know, but I mean, yeah, that's a good distance to start out from.
Yeah.
You know what? If you
like it.
guys, if this wasn't so last minute, I would have tried to take a trip out there. It's only 3.5 hours. 3.5 hour
that's
drive.
That's not bad, Chad.
Sign out. Go pack your stuff.
Yeah, no.
Charge in the car.
Come on up, Chad.
Yeah, no. That's an all day thing. So I gotta.
We need to bring you up here and have a whole weekend, just like when we're going to go invade Don's place.
Yes,
That's
Don, you're closer.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to go to Don's
doorbell tomorrow.
We're going to Don's this summer when he doesn't need his traveling farm on wheels. And
I'm not messing with that for a while.
We'll stay there.
Yeah, I'm at 1,500 feet, so even higher.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's even better. Yeah, we've seen your views. So it's a lot like your views, except it's all going to be water down there. So,
Yeah.
So you just got clear line of sight, right?
Who are you talking
Don?
to?
Oh yeah.
Just clear line of sight off the side of the mountain.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because I look east towards DC. So when you're in like Fauquier County and you start to see the mountains, mine's the first big one you see.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Only 50 minutes away. So
yeah, man.
I'm telling you, I'm going to plan this, and it's going to be soon. So don't be surprised.
Yeah, man. Come on up. And they're opening up Front Royal a little bit. They're shutting down Main Street so you can dine outside down there. It's really cool. I don't know if you've ever been to Front Royal, but it's a cool little town.
No, I haven't been there.
I have to just throw out a disclaimer to everybody real quick. Because this was a real quick setup since I got home, I cannot type in the chat, just so you guys know. And I just want to respond to Michael De La Cruz real quick. He asked me what I was drinking, and this is Duquesne beer, brewed in Latrobe, PA. By the way, just want to throw that out there. Sorry, just want to let everybody know too that I can't chat.
Where my boys just graduated from college.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Well, if you want to call that graduating.
Well, it is what it is this time.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, we got Patrick in here. That's another one I haven't seen him around anywhere.
Oh yeah, he was talking about Martinsburg. Yeah, Martinsburg's not too far from where I am. I know that.
Did we get is WA7 SON supposed to be like, am I supposed to be reading into that differently, or is that supposed to be like Watson? WA7. What's up?
What's up?
WAS. I mean WA7
I don't see where you see that.
SON.
It's up just a little bit.
What's up, son?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, WA7S0N.
Yeah, we'll get into the quarantine situation for everybody, but no, we're actually, I think we're all in the yellow now, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
green in a week, I believe.
Awesome. All right. So I don't want to ignore Chad because we kind of left Chad over there by himself, not giving us his little highlights. So what's your highlights there, buddy? Why don't you talk about that chase video you put out?
Chase video? What chase video?
Where you were chasing that white suspect?
Oh, that one. You talking about the Grand Theft Auto chase video? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I think
I love the music and the way you sped it.
It was awesome.
That was awesome.
Benny Hill music would have been epic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Of course, that's probably copyrighted, so I didn't even try. And I just went monetized. I just monetized, so.
That's
you made it. You hit the hours?
Yeah, I hit the hour. I hit the hours like 2 months ago.
Oh shoot, that's awesome.
4 months ago. But cool. Yeah. Oh, just to update everybody. I did just hit my 1K 1,000 subscriber milestone. Uh-oh, I think.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
there you go. I'm cutting out. Hold tight.
Oh no.
Everybody be still.
All right, am I still here?
Okay.
So you're still there, buddy.
All right, yeah. My girls are playing a game online, I guess.
Oh, you better just yell up at them.
Knock it off. I'm trying to stream here.
But yeah, I just hit that milestone, and and I'm looking forward to hitting the next one. But yeah, moving on. Like I said, like we were talking about the active track video, which I think that actually turned out pretty well. It got pretty sizable amount of views in the first couple days. I think it's because of Chris' special appearance.
Those legs, please.
Yeah, that's why I put the teaser in the front in the beginning. Of the,
Eye candy started out.
yeah. But yeah, that turned out well. I plan on doing another one. I might want to try to go out tomorrow and shoot something. I kind of got like creator's block, so I'm trying to think of some type of content to more content to do on the Mavic Air 2, something that's not already out there, or maybe not too much of out there, because it's hard competing with the bigger channels with this content. So I got to be more strategic about it, So I'm trying to do something creative, and hopefully whatever I put out there, people will like. But also tomorrow, actually, I do have something scheduled with the ZINO 2, scheduled to actually, post tomorrow, go live, not live, but go public tomorrow
Cool.
for the ZINO 2. It's a range test, first range test with it since it being down. Yeah, go ahead.
Was that the one just before I showed up? The flight?
Just before you showed up here in Virginia?
No, before I showed up at the location. Didn't you get that flight out like before I showed up?
No.
Oh.
No. This was at Neabsco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Make
That
it
was
to
at
Maryland.
Neabsco. What was that?
Make it to Maryland.
Yeah, I made it to Maryland.
Word.
Oh, sneak preview. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just a warm up though. Just a warm up. I'm just trying to see where the battery is, how much battery I can get on the return and all that. So I was just filling out the battery a little bit, and will be another one. I'm not going to give out too much information, then no one will want to watch it anyway. But yeah, tomorrow.
Watch this video.
Yeah, expect the ZINO 2 range test tomorrow, and then I'm going to do some other stuff with the ZINO 2. I know ZINO 2 is not the most popular drone anymore because of its continuous issues.
You might be surprised. You might be surprised.
But that's that's a drone. You can fly it. It's fun to fly. You can do some tests with it. You can compare it with other drones as well. So it'll remain in the fleet for the time being. Anything else you want to talk about, Chris? Because I know you want to get.
Well, I'm gonna, and here's what I'm gonna ask. And I wish we would have pre-planned this, but I'm gonna make it happen. I'm just gonna ask you to do it, and you can be doing this while we're talking. But
Okay.
Believe it or not, folks, nothing is planned here. I know it's hard to believe that, but have a little footage ready, okay, please?
Actually, I'm sorry.
With the audio. With the audio.
I took it down.
Well, you got to be able to pull it up on your computer and share that screen. You didn't delete it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't delete it. I'll try. It's on my phone. But yeah, I'll get it ready.
Yeah,
But
you get it ready, and then we'll talk about your disgracefulness and show the video.
Just to let everybody know.
No, don't try and make it all
Okay.
like it's not.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Chris, let me borrow his Mavic Mini, and I will also have.
And he crashed it, and that's enough to.
No, I will have content.
Let them all see for themselves. It was devastating.
So I'm going to pull it up on my. I got to pull it up on my phone. I have my phone connected to my computer, so I probably can do it that way. But
Josh never loaned him a quad.
No,
But anyway,
I've learned. You don't just crash into something.
Yep. All right, Chad. That's enough. That's enough with you, Chad. And so, speaking of crashed.
Oh gosh.
This is terrible. This really is terrible. I'm not joking about this because I would much rather it, and I'm not bullshitting you. I would much rather it be me. Or I think even Josh would say the same. Him and I have, I think, the bigger collection out of the four of us. And it wouldn't kill me to have crash a quad. It's not killing you, but you just got the damn thing. And it was putting you out of your putting you out of your ZINO 2 misery, you know?
It was doing great with that.
And not to
you
mention,
were like, and you were like a freaking kid on Christmas. You were so excited when you got it. You were in this chat with us and showing your screenshots of your distance, the range you were getting, beautiful scenes of those Virginia mountains. And then came the story. Go ahead and tell it.
What were you gonna say, Josh?
Oh, I was going to say, Don, and all the chats leading up to you getting that drone. You know, it was okay. Well, what about what you were thinking about? You know, getting the Parrot and Offie and
there was planning.
I think all three of us, when we were all in that group chat, we may or may not have persuaded you one way or the other. I'm not sure, but I mean, all everything going into that, and you poor guy.
So it goes back. I mean, I had the ZINO too, like everybody, and I mean, for $399. It's not the worst drone. It's just that lens crap, and you know, it's not something you can depend on. So I was happy to get rid of that and get most of my money back. And like you said, Josh, I was debating between an Offie because I'm just cheap, and the Offie is a really good buy right now at $429 refurbished. But yeah, I pulled the trigger on that Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo. I don't know how I did that to myself, but there's definitely no side sensors on that. Definitely.
Yeah. So you want to just briefly tell how it happened?
Yeah. So, you know, this is the fourth day of me flying it, and I was going through 3 batteries a day. I was cycling through all 3. I had them charged up, you know, cycling through them overnight the way a lot of you guys do that when you're flying a lot. And I was just flying the heck out of it, and it was going great. And I think maybe I was getting a little overconfident, and I wanted to go try to manually do some orbits and just become a better pilot. And I found out that I'm the worst pilot because I was orbiting laterally into the tree line, and it was just, I barely clipped the top of the tree. And it actually, you can see on my FPV, it was trying to fight out of the tree for like probably 10 seconds, honestly. And then I just it was on the other side of the house. Like I was on one side of the house, the tree was on the other side, and I hear just this clunk hitting the ground. I'm like, no. And so I walk over and I see it, and it's like I could see it. I'm like, oh, it doesn't look too bad. And I get closer, and that back left leg, it just snapped right off. And immediately I'm starting to look for parts, and of course there's no parts available. I messaged DJI, and they're like, I don't know when it'll be available, but you can send it to us. And like, you know, when you're looking at like the Mavic 2 Pro legs on their parts list online, it says they're like $25. So I'm like, shoot, I gotta be able to find one somewhere, and I can do the repair myself. Like it's just a little soldering, but I just opted to send it to DJI, and they should be getting it. Let's see. on Tuesday. UPS tracking has it going there Tuesday. They sent me a free shipping label. So if you ever have to go through this, they'll send you the free shipping label. And I dropped it off at UPS, and hopefully, a lot of people say it's like a 10-day turnaround. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more with COVID going on. You can never tell. But yeah, I crashed it on day 4. Did not have DJI refresh care, whatever. I'm told that you can actually opt to get that after a DJI
After they,
repairman.
yeah.
So I will probably be opting to buy that. I didn't have State Farm insurance. I thought about that, and I was just like, oh, this thing's got sensors everywhere, and I should be able to not crash it. And well, you live and you learn, I guess.
Well,
It happened.
and that's where a quad that has sensors will spoil you, and you kind of think you're bulletproof, even though it's front and back, not all the way around. And shit happens, man.
Yeah, totally. But it'll come back, and
Yeah.
I'll be back up in the air in a week or 2.
And you know what? You'll never forget about that. You'll do your little orbits and do them like a pro now.
Yeah, for sure. But that's my story.
And the other thing to learn from it, Don, is, I mean, I work on so many drones, and you know, I like them to have the SD card in it, so I can show them their test flight. Everything worked fine, and I send them screenshots of the app, how it was working, so nobody can get a drone and say, it's doing this or that. And what the heck? Ooh, we got a little smoke here.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
What quad is smoking?
No, it's I unplugged it, but
Everything okay?
yeah, but it's hot. Let me tend to this real quick. I got to get it out of here.
All right. Yeah.
So
another reason why I crashed, I think, and this is dumb, is because it's been really rainy. I mean, last week it was really rainy, and there was not great visibility.
Okay.
And I think I got just a little bit, like I could see where it was flying in that general area, but I couldn't see as well as I should have. So several lessons learned, and I mean, it is what it is. But
where I was getting at that, I'll explain what that was. But where I was getting at that is, I have their SD cards, and a lot of times that last fatal flight is on that SD card. And another big lesson for you is your chances of accidents in your yard are huge.
Right.
So many crash in their yard, especially with the ZINO 2 or any quad where you go and you can adjust the yaw, and then they forget, it's like going from a little sports car to a big school bus, and that turns a lot wider, and boom, it's too late. They're hitting their garage, their tree. I've seen so many crashes in the yards on these SD cards. So that was my charging. What do you call those damn things? The
charging brick?
Brick, yeah.
Oh, bank.
DJI?
It was smoking out of the port. No, it's like the size of a cell phone. It's a 20,000.
The charging bank.
Yeah,
the bank itself. Yeah, the battery power bank. Yeah,
I got two of them. I was charging up for when we're out tomorrow, and I'm just like, while I'm talking, first I smell it, and then I look, and from the light I could see a little bit of smoke there. So,
wow.
Uh-oh.
Had
to toss it out to the outside safe area, so it's probably burning up the grass right now.
We do have a question in the chat. I can see the chat. I just can't reply to it.
Who is it?
I can't type. Kevin Bursey. He's getting a device activation prohibited error message. I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I don't want to give any false information.
Device activation prohibited is my error message. So that would mean, I don't know it because I haven't had it. But and if anybody in the chat knows, please speak up. But I mean, that would mean it in registering, I would think that it's just not whatever process it has to go through. I forget all the crazy crap you have to do when you first start with your DJI, because it's like getting a mortgage for a home. You know, everything you basically give up, your firstborn and all that. But does it not allow you to start and fly it? It just gives you that device activation prohibited.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of sounds like to me. Like the product has not been activated, but I don't recall, like, do you have to do like any type of activation to fly it?
It
No,
does.
you do have to.
Yeah, through the app. It allows you to activate it beforehand for the first time at least. But I don't know if you can fly it without doing that. I don't know if there's a way to skip it. That I don't know.
Yeah. So what you need to do there, guaranteed you're going to get resolved this way. You need to contact DJI. You need to give them all of your information on that quad. And then they may ask you for, of course, like your registered email that you have it on, but you want to give them that quad serial number and stuff. And, you know, maybe something was done wrong in the process, glitched out or something like that. But I guarantee they'll hook you right up and take care of that.
Yeah, DJI is really quick to answer on Facebook. That's how I started my repair process. So
Nice.
Message them there and they'll get back
So
to you.
so he's already done that. He's already done that and given it the weekend out.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Cool.
So he's already in that. He's already taken his number and waiting in line.
In the queue.
So, in the queue.
Mm-hmm.
So, so
I have that video up if you want.
back to the crash. Well, we'll get back to you in a second.
Okay.
So back to Don's crash there. I'm sorry. Did you give an ETA? Did they?
Well, it's going to arrive in California on Tuesday.
Okay.
And beyond that, I just have to wait. They'll do like their big assessment.
So you had to ship it out of the U.S.?
I shipped it to California.
Don't they have, Josh? They have a couple facilities in the United States, don't they, for repair?
I thought they did. There's a lot of like DJI certified places, like you know, that they're certified. Like one is actually who I sold my DJI Mavic 2 Pro to just recently, and that's down in Georgia. But yeah, there's a lot of DJI authorized, I think is what they say, in terms of repair places. But that probably had to go back to their headquarters or something in the U.S. That I'm not sure though.
Yeah. Maybe they're just sending you a new one.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
Know. I mean, I left details like it's just the back left leg. Everything else checked out. Like I powered it on. You were freaking out. I powered it on just to like see what was going to happen. I took the props off.
I was like, don't power it on anymore.
I took the props off, powered it on, and it literally said ready to fly. I'm like, yeah, you are. But,
smart drone.
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Don, if it said ready to fly, take that bad boy up in the air. Come on, man. What are you doing?
I still think you should have just bought the Mavic Pro leg and put on there.
That would be interesting. I mean, if I had a drone channel, that would be some great content.
Put two back legs of Mavic Pro on.
That would be fun.
There you go.
It would fly.
I know
DSCs wouldn't register, but
right. I know about like Carolina Drones, and there's a facility in Norfolk, Virginia, that repairs. But when I did the whole process with DJI support, they sent me the shipping label for California. So
okay,
we'll see.
All right. Well, to be continued on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're talking about crashes, yours was completely understandable, Don.
Oh, thank you.
But I don't understand what Chad did. So Chad, it's still sensitive. Let's not talk about it. Let's put it up there.
And you're going to see in the video, it's
everybody turn your everybody turn your volume up because he
Matter of
does
fact-
he does
So I'm
he
gonna-
does
I'm-
he does talk a little common sense in there when he crashes.
So I'm gonna play like the last, because this is a like 17-minute clip, but I'm gonna play the last minute or so, 2 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Hold tight. I'm gonna go share my screen. You gotta accept it.
And while I'm accepting it, and before I accept it, I'm just going to ask the audience real quick: if you loan anybody your drone, well, no, let me just ask you this: have you guys ever seen Chad B on his channel flying this close to the ground with any of his quads in sport mode? No. So whose quad does he decide to do it with? Mine. Oh, let's just take it right up close to my uncut grass near my untrimmed bushes and crash the damn thing. So let's pull the screen up.
Well, all right. Let me go back.
Funny.
So now, okay, I'm flying around trying to get used to the drone. You get kind of comfortable with this little thing because it's so nimble and it's so
Yeah, you
know,
look comfortable.
easy to fly.
Especially when it's not
Yeah,
your
so
drone.
I'm gonna play it. So I'm going around. You know, it's the last minute.
Let us hear the audio.
Hold on, I got it up high. Hold on, let me stop it. I got the volume up high. Hold on. I don't know if it matters if my volume is up or not. I'm gonna turn it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that, you heard that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can. Yeah, my volume is. Hold on 1 second. Let me rewind it.
Now, meanwhile, I loaned my drone to him. For any new person that popped in, I loaned my Mavic Mini to him while I was in Virginia, and I came back to Pennsylvania. Waits till I cross the state line, and then turns into a rebel badass, and puts it in sport mode in his backyard. So
Look at all those obstacles everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's run it into the trampoline next.
Well, I'll rewind a little bit more.
I think I can fly
So,
down those steps to the basement.
Before we get to the crash, I was doing it earlier. This is before we got to the crash.
Oh gosh. Whoa.
So I'm in the yard doing, you know, orbits, and now later on I'll go through all the menu settings. Yeah, I'm just chilling on my deck.
Yep.
And it handles pretty well. There's no wind, so it's actually really stable. I know this thing is kind of light.
So you can't blame it on the wind.
Yeah. 250 grams.
Just relaxing,
I can
flying.
tell it's more stable than
someone else's quad into a bush.
So, okay, let's go. So I'm on the ground. I'm closer to the ground now, and I'm just going, flying all FPV. Hill, see if it raises a little. And this goes up on an incline. I'm just testing, see if it goes up a little bit. I'm going all slow. Since it's the ground.
Did Chris leave? He doesn't even want to watch it. He can't handle it.
He can't handle all this. He's already watched it a million times. I'm kidding.
Did Chris leave? I can't see.
He's not in it anymore.
Oh, he's not?
No, his video left.
On his deck. I gotta okay. Umbrella.
He'll get
All right, so
PTSD.
I'm sure he'll be back.
did he leave on purpose, or did he get cut out?
I don't know. That's a good question.
We'll find out.
That I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll do the replay. So this is, so after this, I take it up and take it over the neighborhood just to see what the, because, you know, it breaks up at a certain point. I know it's going to break up at a certain point. So took it out maybe 1,500 feet and then came back. And the thing about this here, my home screen button is on the same side as the,
Oh yeah.
as the return to home button. So every time I hit it, it returns to my home screen. So I came back. I went over to the field. I came back and then went out. And here, I'm just going to play the last minute and 30 seconds.
The audio is priceless.
Yeah, so go low, see if I had it in sports mode, and I forgot I had it in sports mode.
Don't.
Not yet. Not
And
yet.
I was flying at line of sight, so I can see how close it was. So, but further out.
Oh, right into. Oh.
Not yet. Not yet.
Building up my confidence.
It's like you're like, it's getting close.
Oh man, I can't handle this. So nervous.
It's coming. Don't worry, Don.
It's like a train wreck. That literally just happened here, by the way, in Linden. There's a train wreck.
Yeah.
And boom.
Oh.
So
Oh.
hold on. Listen. Here we go. I'll turn up the volume a little bit. Who put that in there?
Me.
Nice sound effect.
I had it pulled up, ready to go.
Nice sound effect.
Here you go. Listen. Chris is really mad at me. You heard that?
He's gonna be mad at me.
Chris is gonna get mad at me. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's awesome.
One more time for everybody in the back.
And the funny thing is, I took my eye off of it, and I couldn't find the drone. It was right there in front of me. It's just I couldn't find which bush it was under. But
It's not a bush. That's a green giant tree, isn't it?
yeah, or something.
I'm about to order 100 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing grows kind of big.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Chad,
he left us? Yeah,
he still left us. Yeah, he's not back yet.
Computer
Chad,
reboot.
I do have to ask you on that. So is the quad itself okay?
Hmm? Yeah, everything was okay. I was like 6 inches off the ground, and it was actually I had already let off the throttle, but it was drifting, so it wasn't really like full throttle into the
Not your fault
the
at all.
bush. It just drifts a lot. And in that video, I was saying that it was drifting a little bit. Right before that, actually, like 2 minutes before that, I was flying it a little higher, probably like maybe 20 feet high. And I was doing the same thing, and I was just saying that it kind of drifts a little bit more than the Mavic Air 2.
Oh, he's back. Stop talking about him.
Okay. What happened, Chris? Your internet?
You all right, Chris?
I was watching. Yeah, no.
Okay.
This happened. I think it's again. I think this is Chad. This is Chad because the only other time this happened. Remember the blue screen, Chad?
No. What blue screen?
I was talking to you when I was at my mom's, and I got that blue screen.
Oh yeah.
Remember I said, "Oh shit, I think I got the blue screen of death." But
on the computer, yeah.
Yeah, it just shut
down.
With
the smiley face.
Yeah, it gives me the smile face and says, "We're just collecting data. Well, they're getting my bank account and all that crap."
Pistol Pete in the chat says he's checking to make sure his yard isn't on fire.
I actually like this one better.
I love it. Well, it's funny.
and I'm glad to say it wasn't 30 seconds. So, moving on. Oh, sorry. It's still before 9. I got to watch it. Save that stuff for after 9. I should have refilled my glass while I was in that downtime, but I was listening.
Playing music.
Jungle Boogie.
Chris,
Don, we always have to have you for sound effects. We got to just make it a normal thing.
Chris, did you hear or see when Don made the sound effect when
I heard it? Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that was good.
Guys, seriously, so 6 years of being a teacher, sitting through so many useless teacher meetings, I always had that queued up on my phone at every single meeting, and always had the right time to play it to like break the crap that was going on. Oh man, I'm the sound effect guy. I'll be here all week.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, I guess it was meant to be that I get tossed out during that because I didn't want any. If you guys have noticed, I've been wiping my eyes, and during my downtime, I had a little tear. So,
single tear.
So, but it's just ironic. It's ironic. I put the damn thing over the water, up up under that tree, that tree just swaying like crazy. I
Really
avoided
close.
I avoided everything. I don't know how, and then give it to Chad. So
Poor Chad.
Well, everything's fine. I just flew it right before we went live, and crashed it again. So it's like no.
Hey, Chad, I don't have a quad right now. Can I borrow one?
So no, yeah, everything's cool.
yeah, Chad
it
will
was no-
send you his
no damage.
Mavic Air 2, Don.
Oh, great.
I'll send you the JJRC X12.
Great friend, great friend.
It's like no, I got to give that away.
Oh, I didn't even realize Chili Boo's in the house.
Yeah, Chili's in the house.
Yeah.
I have
Actually, you know what?
I did a little business deal with not a business deal, but with Chili. I'm sending him a package in the mail of
Ooh.
I can't tell you. I just can't tell you what it is.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what it is. That big old plot of land you have behind your house.
No, he needed the famous case that everybody's getting from the famous case everybody's getting from. What's the case everybody's got, the 3800 from Harbor Freight?
Oh, from Harbor Freight.
Oh.
I hate when I'm under pressure like that, but they don't have a Harbor Freight. He's up in Canada. He's British Columbia, so he wanted an orange case, the orange 3800 for his Altel. So I went and got it and shipped it up to him, and so he'll get that in a month probably to Canada.
Shouldn't take that long, I hope.
Oh, trust me, it takes a long time. It does.
Oh.
I mean, you would think we were China.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense, I guess, huh? Wow.
Wow. It's Canadian Customs that does it, because I don't know if Renee's still in here, but if you remember my ZINO 2 in the beginning, when it was bricked, I thought it was the controller, and Renee sent me his controller. It took a while for it to get here. And then when I shipped it back, I was like, geez, I feel bad because I didn't even need it. And it took a while to get back to him, not to mention ridiculous shipping. So
speaking of cases, do you guys like the Mavic Air 2 case? Like, is that going to be like
No.
the best option? You don't like it?
no. I'm looking for, you know what? I really like my drone pit stop cases, but I think they got hurt from this whole COVID thing, like anybody else in China. And which at first I didn't realize they were in China.
Yeah.
But they are. So I'm not seeing any new cases. Like, they came out with the FIMI X8 SE case, which I got that case, and then they were supposed to come out with a ZINO 2 case. Nothing's happened with that yet. And they actually asked if I would send them my Skydio 2 so they could make the molds for the. I was like, you're freaking insane. I'll never see that again. Everybody in China, I mean, that would fetch a beautiful penny in China, being a US only drone.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they come out with a case for the Mavic Air 2. I like those type of cases, the soft case style.
Yeah, I ask because I'll be taking my Mavic Air 2 to Europe next year, so I want to have like a small, but like
it would be about this size, I think, if they made it. But these are nice and lightweight. I like those hard plastic ones. I got a couple of them, but when you can go and put the shoulder strap on it, and like, when you and I get together, Chad, we've got 3 or 4 things hanging from our shoulders. It's much easier with this than it is those heavier plastic cases, and these are waterproof too. Water doesn't get through the zippers. They're waterproof too. I could toss it in the water and it's going to float down. I can have it in the rain and it's not going to penetrate. So
is that the FIMI X8?
Huh?
Is that for the FIMI?
This one right here?
Yeah.
No, this one's this one's for the original Mavic.
Oh, Mavic. Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on one second.
But
You know, Chris,
huh?
you just mentioned that, whenever you and Chad got together, you had 3 or 4, cases on you, and you yelled at me earlier for having 4.
Well, that's because we take turns helping each other. We carry each other's.
I know.
So,
I'm
yeah,
just
this
joking
one-
with you.
That's the one I have for the FIMI. I actually ordered it through your link as well.
Oh, cool.
But yeah.
Actually,
So,
I'm not an affiliate, but cool.
yeah, you had some link up there. I think it was from
Yeah,
Amazon.
because I mean, all I did is reach out to them and I asked. I said, would you please send it to me? And they sent me a couple cases, different periods of time. They sent me a couple cases, and then they sent me Mavic Pro props and filters and things like that. And which I think I'm supposed to review. I don't know if I'm supposed to review those filters or anything, but they do have their own line of filters and stuff too. So.
Okay.
Hey, so a couple of people were mentioning some of the other cases like GPC and PGY Tech. They're both
PJY Tech is good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
119 for that one and
That's
109
good case.
for the other.
The PGY Tech it looks similar to the Mavic Air case, right? The one that came with it, doesn't it? Or no?
Here, I can show you.
So wait a second.
Mike Kinney he got the bug too. He likes them. They're nice cases. I mean, they use the space nicely. The worst people that make cases are the drone manufacturers themselves. like I'm going to show you the stupidest case there is. Skydio. Now I'm going to buy a Skydio. The biggest thing that everybody goes for is the beacon. You buy the case, it's hanging on the wall, by the way, but they don't give you a place for the beacon. It holds. It holds. You can put your props off to the side like that, and then I just put my cloth over here. But 2 batteries and then the quad, and you can't even have a battery on the quad. Most other companies give you a case where you can put the battery on the quad. I won't always keep it stored that way, but when I want to go out and fly, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and put that battery on there and travel to my location. So this is the worst, most worthless case there is, because I'm still tagging along a couple other packages to hold other stuff,
Yeah.
What about the remote? It doesn't even have anything for the remote either. Right?
No. And I've yet to even break the seal on the remote because I don't know why I even bought the remote. I really don't have an interest in using that remote with it. I strictly want to use the beacon and just have it track me doing silly stuff or track the other quads and things like that.
The PGY Tech case says it's coming soon. It's not even released yet, apparently.
I was curious. I did a little research not too long ago trying to find a DJI Mavic Air 2 case other than the one that's being sold for like $120 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything. So I was like, wow, okay. And then I got real excited because I know PGY Tech stuff. I like their stuff. I have a Mavic Mini case from them. Took a while to get here, but it was worth it. It was a really durable, strong case. They make some really good products just in general. I have a couple other products from them too. But yeah, so I was really really curious about that because I haven't been able to find any other cases from them.
Do you guys know?
Chris,
go ahead, Chad.
Oh, I was just saying, can you just put Pistol Pete's comment up there? Because I would before I forget. But go ahead, Don. We'll address that in a second.
We'll talk about cases and just moving your drones around. What's the regulations with FAA for flying with your drones? Because I'm game planning for going abroad next year, and I'm looking for a small case that I can carry on. But is carry on even an option?
I haven't traveled with mine yet, so I wouldn't even know.
Bueller?
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
gotta
you
be
can carry.
honest.
I'm pretty sure you can carry on, but you have to.
Oh.
You're going abroad though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Scotland, so I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, so you may need to check their drone laws. I'm pretty sure you can fly in Scotland, but
It's mainly about the batteries, and I don't know
Yes.
if I have to check it or if I can carry it on. I'd rather carry it on.
No,
so
I think
You have to carry it on, I think. With
I think that's your
batteries.
only option.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
With the batteries, I think. Yeah, I agree.
You can't have that sitting down in the luggage bay.
Okay. So I think I'll just keep with the case DJI sent because I can stick that in a backpack and not worry about it too much. If
You're
I'm
definitely
going
gonna get pulled to the side though, so allow yourself some time.
You mean they get to feel me up?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay, Don. You'll like it. I'm
Whoa.
There's so
kidding.
many.
I'm kidding.
There's so many comments I can throw out there, but we'll leave it at that one.
Chad, that was classic, buddy.
So yeah, Pistol Pete was saying that there's a hard case with, I don't know.
I was just looking it up right now as we speak, actually, because I want to see it. I've looked everywhere. I can't find any cases for it.
If you see it,
That's
hit the
awesome
button.
if they have one.
He
For
says
50
there's a hard
bucks,
case that
I'm
comes
in.
with something that comes with the Flymore package. I'm not sure what is DJI selling the Flymore package with a hard case.
I don't think they are. I think it's just a soft case.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
They have a similar
didn't
case that comes with the Flymore package and a hard case shell case.
I didn't get the Flymore, so I only have the
you
the
didn't?
one battery, and I didn't get that case. But I'm glad I didn't get that case because it turns out that case isn't exactly the greatest thing in the world, judging by from a lot of people that have had the case. I haven't seen it myself, obviously, but I prefer hard cases myself. That's just
Sure.
me. Any type of hard case for any of them, just to keep them protected. You can stack them, and that's just the way I roll, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take anything that'll carry the drone. I mean, it's fine for me for right now. I'm not too picky with it. It is kind of small and kind of tight. I mean, you gotta. I like to take pretty much everything with me, even the multi-charger. I don't know why, but I take it with me wherever I go, just in case I can set up somewhere and set up a charger somewhere, and just put the batteries out there. Because one of the parks that I go to actually has a gazebo that has, electrical outlets. So I can actually, if I wanted to, I can just, charge my batteries as I'm flying.
Sure.
As I use them.
So I just found that case that he was talking about on PGY Tech's website for $49.90. Yeah, $50.
Oh.
That's
I think they have. I think they have that one on Amazon.
Here it is.
I think
way.
I'm sure it's probably hard to see, but yeah, it's like it's a nice case. Nice.
Is that the one that's kind of like humped out?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm
it's
almost
out
certain
and
I
in.
saw that on Amazon. I thought I did, unless it's gone.
It's waterproof.
Yeah, I'm just
A lot of
traveling.
compartments.
For traveling, that's great, but I just can't.
No,
It's not a
okay,
big.
yeah.
It's not a big case though. So
No, it's definitely not big by any means.
I definitely like a case that you can grow into though, like those dreaded empty battery slots staring you in the eyes. Buy more.
Hey, Chad, have you thought about taking like a battery pack instead of your charging adapters? Like that brick would be almost the same size as a mobile charging pack, And since it's easier to charge, you could do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Also, inverter in your car. I carry an inverter in my car. Just plugs in a cigarette lighter, and then I can plug any of my chargers into that. You just want to make sure you idle your car when you're doing it.
Yeah, it was draining.
I have at the reservoir. I killed my battery, and I had to wait for somebody to pull in there. And there was a construction worker coming to check that they were doing the patchwork last year, and he came in, and thank God he actually had one of those jumper boxes. And got me fired up. So
nice. Yeah.
But I mean, if running your car in idle is not a big deal as long as you've got to sit there and tend to it. So I just wanted to get a little bit of a charge to finish up something, and then I was good to go.
How's your battery life going on your Mavic Air 2s, guys? I know a lot of people are saying 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 25, 27, depending on.
I don't pay
how we
attention
fly.
to it. I don't pay attention to it while I'm flying, but looking at my screen recordings, that's about what I'm getting.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times I'm coming back with like 20%, 18, 15%, something like that. So, and of course you can get a lot. You probably can get maybe 30 minutes if you go down to 0, but of course
Sure.
you don't want to do that. But yeah, most of the time I'm coming back with maybe 20%, 18%, and I get like maybe 25, 27 minutes of flight time.
Yeah. I will say when I did my distance test, it wasn't really a test. I was just having fun. But when I went out far, 3 miles and back, I will say that Chris, you can comment on this and say if it's just an anomaly. It felt like the motors were a little warmer than the ZINO 2 would be with the same flight time.
I don't know. I haven't noticed that they were really.
They weren't hot, but the ZINO 2 motors, I never felt any warmth really off of them at all.
Yeah, that's one thing with any of the ZINOs. Really, they don't get that warm. But I would say my Mavic Pro, Mavic Air 2, I would say they're pretty equal. Like nothing that gives me. I think the ones that get the hottest are actually the FIMIs.
Yeah.
The
They do get very warm.
They get
Yeah,
I mean, that whole quad in general gets hot. I mean,
it's tough to hand catch sometimes. It's like, whoo.
yeah, that
a little shock,
bottom plate gets really hot. So I would say that's probably the one that gets the hottest out of any of the ones I have.
And with the props that are on it, are those different from the standard DJI props?
I keep meaning to set them side by side, and I don't.
Because everybody keeps talking about how it's more quiet than the Mavic 2s and stuff.
It's the same. It's the same cut.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, but it's a little smaller, I believe, than the Pro models.
I'm really happy with the noise.
I would think it definitely has to be smaller.
Yeah, because that ZINO 2 is crazy loud, and I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to be loud, but when I'm traveling abroad, I'm going to want to be more discreet and not be that tourist,
All right, so Mavic Pro and Air.
Oh yeah, they are smaller.
Interesting.
But exact same cut.
It's still a pretty quiet quad for the most part.
Oh yeah,
at least from what I've noticed. It's I don't know. It's definitely not that loud by any means.
Yeah.
Definitely a huge improvement over the original Air. Now I haven't personally owned the original Air, but I've seen it in videos and it's pretty loud. So that's all that I'm basing off of is what I hear with my ear, in person with the Air 2, but I haven't heard the original Air in person, so I can't vouch for that. But it definitely sounds quieter.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
It's like a lower noise, so to speak.
Right. With the new design, it's a new design for the prop lock, right? For the Mavic Air 2? I thought there's something different about it. Has it been the same like that forever?
Well, in comparison to the Mavic Air.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
To the Pro, though, I think it's the same twist and lock.
Yeah, it's the exact same
mechanism. Yeah.
So in theory, would it fit, or would it fit?
Oh no.
Okay.
Even the motor size is different too.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I better put it back in the case so I don't show up without it tomorrow.
Don't forget that one, buddy.
No.
Yeah, make sure the remote is in there too.
Chris, you're gonna laugh, but I actually, since I don't have a case for my Mavic Air 2, I actually repurposed the original ZINO soft case. It fits perfectly inside there.
Yeah, I think you showed that.
Yeah.
Or somebody did. I think you shared it in one of our chats.
Yeah. Oh, it's flawless. It's perfect. But I like hard cases
because but
it works perfect in the original ZINO case.
I was gonna say if you needed a case, you could have that one if you needed a case. Can you believe the Mavic Pro 2 came in this?
Wow.
That's
I can't believe that.
That's the case they expect me to use.
Oh, I wouldn't want to put it in like that. Ugh,
No.
not for me. I'm glad I don't. I normally don't get the.
That's why I
any of the
say
fly
they make,
moors or
that's why I
anything
say
like
the
that.
manufacturers make the worst cases.
And you got a
Especially
point.
when you're spending over $1,000 on something. My God, I would expect something better than that.
Yeah.
David Reynolds, Chris, you can keep my ZINO 2 if you send me your Mavic 2 Pro. Sounds
Deal.
fair. That's fair. And TDR's in the house.
What
Hey,
a
Brian.
bargain. What
Brian,
a bargain.
TDR.
Yeah, somebody smack me if I make that deal. Hey, but you never know until you ask. So at least he asked.
That is 100% true. You never know.
I don't know. I'm almost out, guys.
Oh, what are you drinking, Don? I don't think we know, do we?
My usual wild turkey.
Attaboy.
I don't have any alcohol beverage. I still have some of my jug up there.
Oh, I'll have a couple sips.
Yeah, I should have a couple swigs of that.
Hey, Chad, the ABC stores in Virginia are about to start home delivery, just so you know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got one right across the street. I have
yeah.
one right across the street. So
Yes, you do.
yeah, actually, I met Chris there one time. Right, Chris?
Me and my son.
Yeah.
Me and my son were loading up and bringing it over state line.
Well, I always do that in Kentucky. My family's in Kentucky, and it's like $8 cheaper per bottle. So I've been known to load up on a case or two.
Yeah.
You know, Josh, I really should bring this tomorrow and let you taste this.
You should. You absolutely should, because I'm dying to try some homemade stuff.
Actually, my son's just got flasks.
Oh, even better.
I'm gonna have to steal one if they didn't take it with them.
I got a bunch of flasks.
Yeah, they got flasks. So
I can bring some JMO too if you want.
it's so easy for us to just blah 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 blah. So we've discussed the sad crash of Don and his Mavic Air 2, but it's got a happy ending. It's all going to be well.
Yep.
And we discussed the backstabbing, freaking I don't give a shit pilot Chad B with my Mavic Mini. Yeah.
There it is.
Just fly it. Pick a bush. Just pick a bush. Any bush. I'll pick that
Anyone
bush.
you
And
want.
fly it into that one. So, but notice he didn't publish it on his channel. I'll just leave it at that.
It would get all the views, man. Come on.
Well, there will. I am going to insert it somewhere in a video. Once
Okay.
I publish a video
Chad.
with the Mavic Mini.
Chad,
it'll
I could
be
imagine the title on that one.
another opener.
What was that?
It'll
Another
be another
opener?
It'll be another opener.
No, I don't think I'm making an opener, but it'll be inserted
Okay.
at some point.
Chad,
So-
I could
so we
imagine the
can look
title
for
on that video: "Crashing QC guy's drone." Dun dun dun. You know, something like that. I don't know.
But he doesn't.
You know?
He doesn't call it a crash. He doesn't call it a crash.
I call it a mistake.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't a big crash by any means. No.
Yeah,
But
I think
but
all
it's,
it did.
but it's so much fun.
Here's the ground. Here's the drone. All it did.
Can you
was
show
boom.
me the drone? I've yet to see the drone since that
Oh, yeah.
crash.
How many props do you own?
Can you guys imagine if he's like, oh no, I don't have
He was gonna buy a new one to give it back
got
to you, so he
broken
wouldn't have
legs.
to.
he got a label
has
from
one leg up, one
DJI.
leg
He got a shipping label from DJI as well.
It hasn't arrived yet, so I'll show it to you when it arrives. Sorry, stop. But here you go.
Oh
All
man.
right, it's mine. It's got the prop
It's safe.
covers on it. So.
Here's proof of life. So,
I know a lot
Okay.
of people that would enjoy watching you crash Chris's quad. I know a lot of
Oh
people.
yeah, I'm sure. He'll get the
wanna start
most.
it up?
He'll get the most thumbs up on that video.
I'll start it up for you, okay? You can hear it.
Oh yeah, it's like.
There you go.
Oh, there's that noise.
Okay,
mine-
See the gimbal?
Gimbal's working.
The gimbal's working.
My Mavic Air 2 started up fine too.
Hey, don't show it so close. People make fun of me from leaving the stickers on there.
Oh, yeah.
I get
we'll shut it
comments. I get comments about leaving the stickers on, and what people don't understand is I usually just resell my quads. Like
Oh,
I don't need 100 quads. I've already been that guy. I don't need to save all these frickin' quads, have them all over the place. I can't fly half of what I have. So, I keep the stickers on. So when I sell them, it's, a newbie needs to see A, B prop, stuff like that. So it just looks better.
So I guess the Skydio was out of the question now, huh?
Yeah, my brother already tried that one. He wants to take it while he's out on his 4-wheeler, and I'm like, I'll definitely be there with you.
That would be the best time to try it, I think.
Yeah,
for sure.
Actually,
oh my gosh, that'd be excellent to capture that.
I actually want to go with him because it's this great little town in West Virginia where they're making a comeback as a tourist area, and it's all about a lot of outdoors activities and things like that. But everywhere you go around the town, everybody's legally driving their ATVs on the streets, and then you go off into this trail. Oh, it's beautiful. I forgot what part of West Virginia. It's not far from where my dad was born, but shit, I forgot what it is. But yeah, I would love to go on that, take the Skydio as well. I think there'd be a lot of drinking going on there too, though. So
whoa. Can I come with you then?
Sure.
Drinking, yeah, I'm in.
That's all it takes.
I'm in. I'm sold.
So there's some good comments about the crash. It's a control crash, falling with style.
Yeah,
oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Falling with style. Way to
I like that.
Way to sugarcoat it.
Lightyear.
This is it.
Pete says he didn't. Pistol Pete says you didn't crash. So
you see.
Well, it was a little crash. What did I say in the chat earlier today? What did I say? It wasn't really a crash. It was just a collision, a small collision, if you will, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
The bush jumped.
Sorry, Chad. I was just trying to help you out, buddy.
Yeah.
I've got to load it up on you. It's too much fun, and it actually we get to see the rare smile and laughter of Chad B. So
love it. I love it.
There you go.
Love seeing Chad smile.
Remember what my mom said, Chad.
Oh yes, I remember.
Oh, he does smile. He's adorable.
Wait, Chad, you got to be Chris's mom?
No, I haven't met her yet.
I show her videos. I show her everybody's videos. We sit there and watch when I'm there. We sit there in the living room and we watch YouTube. And
nice.
I've got to show her that duck one for sure. But our favorite is nomadic. What is it? Nomadic. They live they have their own homestead, but they go to different countries and they live in a van, like van life. But nomadic movement or something like that. It's a guy and girl. The typical ones that use all that. The girl hardly wearing anything clickbait, and then you watch the video, and it's just normal stuff. I can't stand that. I think I've seen
that one or something that before.
All the homestead stuff I watch, it's like all the girls have to be half naked in the thumbnails.
Dude, I don't even get that. That's so messed up. It's living off with Jake and Nicole. They do that. They live in a yurt, and her thumbnails are always topless, like from behind. It's just stupid.
Yeah. I think I've actually seen that. I have. And I click on it.
What's the channel?
Gypsies.
What's the channel?
It's
living off grid with Jake and Nicole.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm good.
So all this talk, Josh, go ahead because I'm going to knock us off the topic there.
Okay, sorry, real quick. To be real quick. So for that video that I have with the twerking girls on the boat. That's going to be a real thumbnail, I think, and that's not going to be clickbait. Just so you guys know that It's real. You'll see it in the video. I won't cut it
Okay.
out. It'll be real. It's not zoomed in by any means. It's kind of far away. I was trying to give people their privacy, and I didn't think I was going to catch it. It just kind of happened. Everybody said, "Oh, it's a drone!" Ah! And they kind of all went kind of crazy. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
that'd be
everybody
cool.
just loved it. They loved being on camera. They just loved me filming and flying around. It was a lot of fun.
It's the nomadic movement.
Nomadic.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Carmelo.
it's funny that all homesteaders have to show you how they take a shower. So the thumbnail is the girl like half naked.
Yep.
And then you watch the video and they hardly show you how they shower. And it's just, it's the typical bag outside that gets warm in the sun and you get like 5 gallons of water and it's gone in minutes. But yeah, she's like, she's a really, really cute girl, but I think she's Boston or something, but or I don't know, but
Good old Boston.
But yeah, Renee, while I'm sitting here, Renee, he's like messaged me. He's like, I watch that same one too. But
He didn't want to leave it in the chat.
I guess we're all the same, aren't we?
yeah. But I mean, they're actually, if nobody knows about them or whatever, go give them a shot. And I guarantee if you like the homestead life and you like to watch that kind of stuff, and you'll love their channel. I mean, they're a good couple together, and they do very well with their content. And then of course, drone shots and stuff like that. But I enjoy it. I really like it. So.
Hey, Josh, you have a request.
Yeah.
Where's the request? Did I miss it?
Look at
I
this.
missed
Oh, Carmelo, do you have a sample? Not on my tablet that I'm using to film this, but I do on my phone.
No. They want an example of you, I think.
Whoa.
What was that?
I was
That was
playing
Dawn, I
music.
think.
I was playing music for Josh to give us a sample.
I thought
Oh,
that was
I'm not gonna be doing any
I
examples.
thought you were.
I thought that was Josh's. I was like, whoa.
I mean, I personally am not going to be doing any of that, but you don't want to see that. Trust me on that one. But I might be able to pull up a video in a couple of moments. It's all in my cloud. I uploaded everything. So
all right. So while you do that, I'll do
People are
something that's
asking.
I'll do something that's just totally appropriate while we're talking about that.
Are you really opening a Hubson box?
Oh
No, this is new in the box.
Brand new.
It has not been opened.
Oh,
This is the one for Chris Cavanis, his daughter, for cystic fibrosis. So I'm not going to go into full details, but just let everybody know that, remember, months back I said we're going to do this. I wasn't talking trash. I deliver what I say. So thank you to the person that donated it. And it had to come from Germany, I think it was.
Wow.
So it took a while. And it got here. And Tinley is Chris's daughter. And they have a foundation, Tinley's Tribe. They're going to be doing a marathon or a walk to raise money for cystic fibrosis. So there's no rush in doing this because that walk's not until next month or July. But I'm surprised Chris isn't in here. He usually comes into all these. But we're going to do this, and it's still in the planning as to exactly how I'm going to do it. But there's two things I want to say. Whoever wins it, you're going to have the option of me cracking the seal, testing it out, making sure everything is updated, test fly it, make sure everything is fine. Because if you don't understand what goes on with this, it could be frustrating. Yeah. So if we get you through that first hurdle, you've got a decent quad. So the other thing is it's going to be a raffle. So I have never done any type of raffle before, but again, this is for raising money for cystic fibrosis. So it's going to be a raffle. I think I'm going to just set up a separate PayPal account for that. I'm going to do a separate new email address for that. So it's all just out of my other stuff. So it's only associated with itself and not all the other emails and notifications I get from YouTube and all that. So what we'll do is basically the way I've been thinking about it is do a raffle. Don't know the amount yet, but when somebody does that PayPal raffle, they'll have to, if their PayPal's not in their name or whatever they use isn't in their name, they'll need to provide their name, their address information. So if they do win, I already have it. And then at that time, I will associate a number in a ledger or on the computer and a ledger. And then when the number's pulled, pick up the name and see who it is and get them their drone. So I hope it does well as far as raising more money than the ZINO 2 actually fetches. So we can get him closer. I think everyone in here is donated to that cause. Yep. And some people even in the chat here. So I think he's at like 300 out of, I think what was it, 2,000 is all he wanted?
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't, yeah, it was only $2,000.
Which I hope to get him past that. So, and I don't, again, we don't have any preparedness in this, so I don't have the link unless I go and grab it. I don't want to run and grab it right now. Josh, would you please?
Oh, I cannot. I only have my tablet set up. I apologize. I cannot.
I don't want to
chat in the.
I don't want to open up any more things in case my computer boots me out again.
I'm looking now.
I'm sorry. I just don't have the full setup like I normally do. I'd be in.
I forgot about that. But anyhow, I hope everybody will go into this like, I go into a raffle if it's a good cause, whether it be $5, $10, $20. Here, one big thing is gun raffles. I've been in so many gun raffles, and they usually go to good causes, charities and stuff that fire departments and things do, and the different clubs and things out here. But I just go into them as a donation. I'm not really looking to win. It'll be great if I win. But do I need another gun? No, I don't hunt anymore or anything like that. So, something like this, I hope everybody participates just to make this more than what Chris is asking for is what I would like for him. So, but there will be a show strictly on that. And I want to have him on here as well. The person that donated the quad, I want to have them on here as well. I haven't said their name because I forget if they said that it was okay. Or if they wanted to be on the show. So I'm going to leave it at that. So I need to get all my ducks in a row and get this ironed out. So, yeah, Carmelo, I'm the same. I've never won one of those. So, but I've entered a ton of them. So, Greg Pittman, sorry, didn't say hello to you earlier. Saw you pop in earlier and didn't say anything. Route 66 flyer. And we haven't been calling anybody out, but we've held pretty much the same.
We got up to 50 for a second.
Sully Tech. What's that?
We got up to 50 for a second.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Well, while you're calling that out, I got the video queued up, and I'm just gonna put my phone next to the camera. I apologize, guys. That's all I got right now. I can't share my screen because I don't have anything stored on my tablet, and that's how I'm kind of doing this makeshift real quick. If you guys want to see it,
Marcel Dimmers. I don't know if we got you earlier.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll fly by them as well.
Nice.
Social.
But everybody's waving. We are absolutely social distancing, 100%.
Oh yeah. But you guys have alcohol, so You're disinfecting.
Maybe a little bit. There they are in the red. Second boat.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys something off show about them as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and now I have an error. Sorry.
They melted your phone.
They just screwed everything up. But you guys will see it in 4K because I'll render it in 4K.
Okay.
So you'll really be able to see it there.
All right. So, the funny thing is, our thoughts after 3 weeks on the Mavic Air. That was in the title of the live. So I'm gonna just say everybody, I make it 100% clear on any drone. I am not a feature flyer, but this thing has been so impressive, and I don't know why it's so impressive. Like I wasn't so excited about the Mavic 2 Pro, and that was impressive, but it's big and the price tag and everything, you're getting what you expect. So it's not like a big wow factor. And then you got the Mavic Mini that's cheap, but it's amazing for the size of it, the toyness feel of it, and the price tag. So then they go and throw this in there kind of in a middle price range. And my whole thoughts on it was I've never liked the Mavic Air. It looks like a Mavic. I don't expect much out of this. But then once you started learning more and more of the sneaks and they're confirmed, wait a minute, you guys knew. I was like kind of last minute.
Yeah.
Like
You weren't going to buy it. You said you
yeah,
pass.
I was going to pass totally on it. And I'm just amazed because it's packed so much more than I expected in that price tag. Anybody that is on the fence or I don't want to shell out an extra $200 or $300, fork it out, man, because whatever you buy under it, you're going to be disappointed compared to that thing. That is the drone of 2020 in its class, and it's a contender above its class. I totally think so. And I'm so excited about it. I just spit when I talk. So,
attaboy.
But it's amazing. So it's the first drone to really get me excited about even dwelling into the features. I always tell everybody, fly the damn thing yourself. For cinema effect and things like that, some of these features are cool. A lot of them are just kind of like, you do it 2 or 3 times and then it's not so exciting. But features also are what crash quads. Right, Don?
I wasn't using a feature.
Oh, I thought you were using orbit. Oh,
I was trying to do the orbit.
Oh, that was all you.
Yeah,
he was practicing. He's just doing a little practice.
Trying to get better.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but that's usually what crashes quads, though, is features. Like there's so many times you hear drone flew away on return to home. Drone flew away. Well, it's because it didn't record your home point. It just flew. It's being told to fly, but it doesn't know where to go. And waypoint missions and things like that, they go wrong. They fail. You're trusting the electronics inside that quad to do all these things, and DJI is up there, and it's very trustworthy, but it's not secluded from having these types of incidents. So that's why I'm not a big feature flyer, but I am going to dive more. Like, you don't find me putting content on my channel about the features. Look at follow me and look at this, on the ZINO when they first came out with that. I didn't do any of that stuff. So I will do more of that on my channel with this because it is pretty exciting. It's an amazing drone. So that's all I have to say about it, just for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, it's really the first decent drone I've ever flown. So, I mean, I went from a unique Breeze to the ZINO 2 and now here, and I was just posting the comments and I was talking with you guys. I almost got the Anafi instead. but I'm really glad, even though I crashed it, that I got the Mavic Air 2. And
Well,
I think it's just
that wasn't even in the books for you. Like you weren't even you were X8 and the Nafi, weren't you?
kind of, yeah, because I wasn't going to go that high in price, right? So there's no denying the value you're getting for that amount of money.
Yes.
And it's the best buy that there probably will be for a while. I mean, I don't know what another company could do to get in that bracket and challenge them. So I'm incredibly happy with it. Even though I crashed it, I couldn't be happier.
And we know others will enter that, and it won't be long, but they won't be successful. That's the thing. Yeah. Others do try it. Look at ZINO. Here we are, 40, 4K, 60 frames per second, and extended range and all this, and then let's just throw some cheap glass in that lens.
Yeah,
Don,
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Just think of it this way: it's better to have crashed than to have not crashed at all with a Mavic Air 2.
Oh, Chad, I love you, buddy. Oh, that's awesome.
Just think of it that way. I mean, you still have it; it's still yours. I mean, you're getting it repaired, but you'll get it back.
Yeah, I'll get it back. And like Greg Pittman said, the Air 2 is my last drone for a long while. That's exactly why I opted to get it. That's why I shelled out the extra cash for it, because I know once it's back from repair, I don't think I'll need to buy another drone for 5 years. So
yeah.
Remember that, guys.
Hey, no.
Remember he said that. Remember he said that.
I'm pretty sure Don won't buy another drone for at least 5 years. I'm pretty sure.
I'll bet it.
He calls himself cheap, but
I know. I'll bet.
I don't know.
I'll bet it.
All right, how much?
For 5 years.
There's got to be something else coming down the pipeline.
But it has all the features I'm going to need. I have a homesteading YouTube channel, not a drone YouTube channel.
Got a point. And
it can take phenomenal footage and photo and flies really well when I'm not being dumb. Like, what else?
Well, when DJI releases the model that feeds the ducks, you're going to want it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Don, when you were just describing that there, you just sounded like DJI just came right out and said, here's $1 million. Say something great on this live show tonight and advertise this. But you're right.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah.
It's
the Mavic Air 2 is just like, for me, and I know for everybody watching, I haven't posted any videos on it yet. And I love the thing. I think it's great. I've flown it quite a few times. And it's just, I'm not a DJI fanboy by any means. I love my ZINOs. I do. But when you want a drone that just works, you got to go with DJI. It just works. It does. I mean, it's the truth. It just works.
And you know what? Throw the restrictions out the freaking window. It's like everybody is, I don't want all the restrictions. I don't want the restrictions. It's a pain in the ass if you live on top of an airport.
Yeah.
Or as Chili Boo discovered, he lives on top of a base. So he literally lives on a base. It's old. There's a whole big story to it. But at one time it was a base. And then there's still an airport portion of it. And he lives on a portion that was once a base. But he's in a no-fly zone.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, jeez.
But there's ways to work around that in certain situations where it's perfectly fine. I mean, you've seen his videos.
Oh yeah,
field of wild horses and the beautiful water shots and all that. He's not up in the clouds. There was a
he's way under.
Yeah, and he's got his new channel, Pelican. What is it? Pelican, I forget, but Pelican Perspectives, is it?
Something like that.
I think it might be.
He does really.
Like that,
I had no idea he was the cinematic guy that he is. There was a comment somebody made, and I'm sitting here wasting my time trying to find it. It was good enough at the time, but might not be now. I can't find it. It's not a biggie. But yeah, so I don't think anybody really has anything negative to say about the quad.
Not at all.
But my only gripe on it is I think every quad needs to have it, is just give me some fine tuning, especially with that. It is jerky on the yaw. It is more sensitive on the yaw.
It's very sensitive.
Than my other ones. So, and I'm sure enough people have complained about that. You see that as the most common thing. And that's about the biggest gripe, really, except for one of the features that people are having a problem with.
Yeah.
I think some people are having a shaky gimbal or something like that in sport mode. Am I right on that?
Which, you know what? You know what, though? What are you going to get out of sport mode? Like,
but I think, to be honest, though, in sport mode, I mean, that thing's flying, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's kind of, it might be expected, so to speak. I mean, even the ZINO 2 does that in sport mode. This thing's flying.
Yeah.
And to keep something extremely stable, that's impressive. Like, going that fast, 35, 40 something miles per hour. I mean, come on. Like, that's quick. Try to keep your hands steady outside a window going that fast. It gets a little tough sometimes,
Hyperlapse. A lot of people are having a problem with hyperlapse.
Oh, with hyperlapse.
But from what I've seen, a lot of it has to do with inappropriate angle and settings to where the battery isn't enough, which it will tell you you don't have enough battery to perform this. So I think maybe there's a little, people are having a problem and maybe don't understand that it is in settings, because I've seen effective videos of it working, So, but that seems to be a real popular one that people talk about too. So, it could be just the fact that it's so popular, you're going to see more negatives on it. But yeah, that's the big news of Mavic Air after 3 weeks, everybody.
It's awesome.
But no, we just really wanted to get together and have a live show and talk about the raffle for Chris's daughter. And congratulations to Chad on his 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And anybody in this place, if you don't subscribe to any of us, what are you doing here? But we need to get Josh up too. We need to get Josh up out of here.
I was really close to 500, and I was just going to check right now, and I just wanted to see if I hit it. I'm not sure yet, but
we need to get you above it. We really do.
Oh, I did 500.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, guys.
So we're going to call that half a milestone. Half a milestone.
Half a milestone.
Because the real milestone is 1,000. Like that seems like it takes forever to get to.
It does, yeah.
I mean, 500 for me when I first started this whole thing is far beyond what I ever expected. So, like, I'm okay with 500 for now.
Don't say that. That's what I was saying.
Well, but
don't say
but I thank everybody for this.
Well, yeah, you can. Yes, definitely thank everybody.
Do you want to hug?
Of course.
Do you want to hug?
But
Hugs.
if you think if you believe that it can happen, then it will happen. Like 1,000 subscribers, it will come pretty soon.
Listen to the voice of reason there. Woo!
I love it. I love it, and I love the positivity. Chad.
Just keep putting out good content. Just keep putting out good content, and definitely
just put the shit out, dude.
Yeah. Just put content out.
Already now.
I can't just put it out, man. I seriously, I have to be happy with what I put out. I'm not just going to put out some garbage,
No, I don't mean put. I don't mean put shit out. I just mean put the shit out. Put the videos out. Tomorrow you're gonna have a ton of videos in the can after tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. And then it's going to be all about editing again.
Yeah.
Which I hope I have time for. That's all, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm going to make time. And
You're right,
this this weekend is going to be a busy weekend. This week I have no idea what's in store for me at work and so forth. But if worse comes to worse, next weekend I'm editing and I'm going to get hardcore into it for sure.
Okay.
Hardcore with that twerking
At
editing.
worst.
Okay.
At
See, I think
Yeah.
I think that's where he got his creator's block, right at the twerking.
Yeah.
that last weekend really kind of changed me a little bit.
It was like a
If you only knew what went on those boats.
Oh, I know.
It's unbelievable.
I've been a boater
Unbelievable.
for a long, long time until I moved here. So, I know.
Wow, that was my first time. It was pretty crazy.
When did we start talking about Vegas?
Yeah.
I've never been there yet.
Oh, you
Oh,
haven't been there?
it's good.
I do want to go there though.
It's good. It's a good place.
It's a very good place. It's not going to be what you expect it to be, but it's a fun place.
Mhm.
It's so commercial now. It's so freaking. It's not what it used to be, but it's still a good time. Like my wife,
favorite. Go ahead.
my wife and I used to go, or have gone, when she worked for an airline. We could just fly for free, pay the tax, and hop on any flight we wanted wherever, as long as it wasn't a full flight.
Mhm.
And so we'd go to California. We'd go all over the place. But
Nice.
that was before kids. Then kids came.
Mhm.
Stopped doing it. So
Yeah, that's-
Pistol Pete just said in the chat, no editing twerking girls.
yeah, you can't edit them out.
I won't edit them out. All right, I won't edit them out. I promise.
You have enough people here that have seen and heard about it, and it's going to spread more. So if you
And
put
you
out
saw a little bit of it.
you put a video out without it, they're going to be really ticked off.
I will
That
thumbs
is
down
true.
so hard.
Oh, don't you thumbs down, Dawn.
JS Enterprise just subbed up. Josh,
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
here's a
Oh,
great question.
You're the best.
Here is
501.
a great question. Will Hubson come out with another Zeno in the future? You frickin' bet they will. You know they will. Now, I did a video where I think it was when they announced the Zeno Pro, and then right after we heard rumors of the Zeno 2, and I said, you're going to have a Zeno 2 Pro, you're going to have a Zeno 2 Pro, and all these crazy shit. They will ride this out, whether it's a downer or a good quad. They just go back to the 501. They started with the 501S. They did the 501A and switched the S to an SS. Oh, first was the 501C. And then you think the party's over. And what do? They go and release the 501M, which is like the starter quad. It has nothing. So it's a fun quad, but it's like the bottom line of them all. But it's right there with the C. So the way they milk that 501, Zeno is their train ride. They are going to just ride this to death. So answering that question, there's going to be another one. I don't know this for sure, but given history, I think so. So that was a good question. Very good question.
Zeno.
But what we should do is we should actually have like a raffle as to what's the next one going to be.
Right.
What's it going to be called? You went Zeno Pro, Zeno 2. Is it safe to say they'll do a Zeno 2 Pro?
Sure.
This
It's like Apple, the Zeno 2 Max.
this actually was supposed to be the Zeno Pro though.
Oh.
The Zeno Pro was to fix the band-aids of the Zeno. Everybody wanting that more range, and they just could not make it mechanically happen with the electronics. It wasn't a matter of just putting in some parameters and now you can go 2,000-3,000 meters. It needed hardware, and they could quickly come up with the the Zeno Pro, and that's what they did. So that's all it is. It's a Zeno Band-Aid. And a very good one at that. I think out of the three, ZINO Pro is the better quad, even though it doesn't have your range of the ZINO 2, but it's still got great range, and it could work on the camera a little bit there, but it doesn't have that nasty, terrible flare that the ZINO 2 has. So I think ZINO Pro is the better of the three.
Yeah.
They'll probably just do something like FIMI did and just upgrade it slightly and just call it like ZINO 2021 or something like that. I don't know.
I hate that 2020. I can't stand it. Why couldn't they have just said Pro? Just, just say Pro. We're used to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and make it a different color. I don't know.
And now the other ones become 2018.
So did you guys see that they actually have apparently on AliExpress a black version of the FIMI X8 2020?
Well,
did you guys see that?
Yeah, and that's what I said. Why didn't they release this thing in black? They should just release this one in black by itself first. I hate when they do that. I can't stand when they do that. Just
increase the price on the black. Did they increase the price on the black?
Look how he's looking down at you.
Yeah.
He's actually looking down at you.
He is. He's looking down.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn.
On AliExpress, I feel like, at least from what I've seen, they've jacked up the price on everything. And what I saw there was a much higher price. And I don't know if there's a code or something like that out there. So there might be a code, but it was way jacked up. I mean, it was like 4 something. It was just under 5 when I checked it out, but that was without a code. I don't know if there's a code. If you look on Banggood, it's way high too, and unless you have a code. So
isn't that funny though? It's AliExpress that has the black only.
I think they had the black only when it came to the original one too. I think, yeah. It
almost makes me feel like maybe FIMI's not even making this. Like maybe this is trying to just they clone everything.
I mean, Xiaomi in general, they just take a lot of not repurpose, but they just take a lot of items and just slap their logo on it somewhere. I mean, but you can get it with other logos on it. Now, I don't know if it's for sure if Xiaomi actually makes it and then someone else slaps their logos on it and it's okay, or if it's the opposite way around where it's Xiaomi that just buys up all this stuff and then puts their logo on it too. I have no idea, but something's going on there because a ton of people are doing it. And like Wise, like all that stuff some of the stuff that I reviewed, like the Wise scale, and they have a bunch of other stuff. Like there's I have a camera over there. It's the Wise Cam Pan. All this stuff it's the same design that you can get from another Chinese manufacturer on like AliExpress or Banggood or whatever, but it has different firmware and so forth. But it's all the same. It's all the exact same thing. So, I mean, who knows?
It's back up for a month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have a black one, but now that I've already got this, I'm not going to buy another one. I wouldn't mind just if they would have just released it as a black one, then I don't have 2 identical quads. You know, I'm probably going to sell the 2018. There's no sense in having it. I don't need it.
Oh, I'm going to keep mine for sure.
I
like collecting.
And here's a good question for everybody. For the FIMI X8 SE 2020, you've got it. You want to put out content on your channel. I think the point is kind of moot to do comparisons with the 2018 versus the 2020. Like I have no care in seeing that at all. It could be an advantage for people that have never had one. I mean, who have one that are thinking about, okay, well, I've already got this. Do I want the 2020? But if you already have it, then you know what the footage looks like.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, did he freeze?
He froze, yes. Or maybe he's just playing around.
I thought he was just freezing like intentionally.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, but he just his computer might have froze up again. That's actually a really good picture that he froze on.
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny.
So I'm just trying to figure out what he was trying to get to, but yeah, trying to compare it to the 2018.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Don?
Don's trying to freeze up too over there. He's
Okay.
like,
Yeah, but yeah, comparing it to the 2018, we already know what the 2018 looks like, and
Mhm.
anything, whatever picture that you can get from the 2020, I mean, it'll be very noticeable knowing if it's a lot better or not. I mean, you'll know off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right.
pretty much everybody knows. I mean, but content is content. I mean, people put it out there, people watch it. You never know. People may just want to watch, see that type of stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, for me, like my FIMI 2020 finally shipped. So I'm really excited about that it finally shipped, and I know I will not be putting any comparison videos out. So I'm sorry to break it to anybody that might be. That was good. So I hate to break the news that I just don't like comparison videos. I don't like doing them. Sometimes I do, I guess, but I just don't like doing them in general for the most part. I like showing what one quad can do in particular, and if you want to see how it compares to another, then I have other videos that show those. So I don't know. It's just not for me. But I'm very excited to get to 2020. It finally did ship, which is great. I hope everybody else that's in the chat, that if you're 2020, if you order yours from Banggood, hopefully it shipped too, because it seems like they're shipping them now. And if you haven't, then I apologize, but it looks great. I'm excited to get it, and going to, this is going to sound kind of weird, but going back to what Chris said about the DJI smell of the drone, I think the FIMI, in my opinion, has the best smell ever, and it still has it. I still keep it. My original one, it's sitting right over there because it's ready to go for tomorrow. But every time I open that case, you get a waft of a smell, and it's so amazing.
nice.
Call me whatever you want, but it smells so good.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the DJI. I know exactly what you're talking about. It sounds extremely weird, and I know what you're talking about with the FIMI. It does have that distinct smell as well.
That smell, man, it's just so good.
Corinthian leather.
Oh, I don't even know what to compare it to. You would know better than I would, but I don't know what to compare it to. It just smells so good. It's like you open it up and it's like, whoo,
Carmela says potpourri. Corona scent.
Oh. I like that, Carmela. He's got a lot of really good comments tonight.
He's had some very good ones. He said,
I love it.
If I had a giveaway, he'd be the giveaway to give it to tonight.
A lot of good comments.
Yeah. What was your final thought, Chris? You got cut.
The comparisons, and people are going to be asking for them, and I'm just not excited about doing a comparison with the 2018 versus the 2020. Sure, it's going to get more range. We know that. Am I going to do a comparison of that range? I don't think so. Video, you're looking at good video if it's good video. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm interested in, is representing the quad itself, and then comparison to what you can actually buy that might have you over the fence. So if you are still over the fence on ZINO 2 versus FIMI X8 SE 2020, then give that comparison more so. I don't think it's far-fetched to compare it with the Mavic Air 2. Big difference in price there, depending on what package you buy. But if you're just buying the $700, when the FIMI goes to what's it going to go to? $499, $500, whatever. So that's enough of a price range to put people over the fence. $200. Do I want to spend that $200 more? I can get more batteries with the FIMI versus buying the 700 Air 2 and get one battery, things like that. So I'm more interested in that than comparing it with its younger self.
Mhm.
And that's what a lot of people will be asking for, and that's what you instantly saw people doing is your little small windows. And that's another reason I don't like to do comparisons, because you don't have a full screen video. You have two smaller screens. And
Right.
if you try to fill the full screen of both sides with them, then you're either cropping it out or you're distorting the size of it. So that was, like people in comments, do you agree with that? Do you really want to see comparison with the 2018 that you're not going to buy? Or if you have the 2018, do you want to see the comparison of the 2020 to compare it to side by side on a screen when you already have your own footage and know what it looks like,
So, so the 2020 is just a replacement for the 2018. So you can't even buy the 2018
Oh,
anymore.
If
I
it's
don't-
I
old
didn't know
stock.
that.
If it's old stock.
Yeah, they're not even making the 2018 anymore. So
Oh yeah.
what
Wow.
what is the point of even comparing it when you can,
Right.
just like you said, when you can't even buy it?
That was
Right.
gonna be
So-
my point.
That's true.
Like if
That's
you
a
can
very
still
good
get
point,
the old
Chad.
one,
Yeah.
that was
Yep.
gonna be my point. But if you can't get it anymore, because if you're cheap like me, and you're like, well, is it really a $300 difference? Because if I'm the
It's-
kind of guy that buys a refurbished Mac because I want to save $1 and still get a good quality product.
Right. And it's
That's-
just not a big enough upgrade between
Sure.
the two.
Mhm.
So if they really went full nuts and really made this outrageous quad, then that's something to compare to.
Mhm.
If I had a Mavic Air
Mhm.
and this Mavic Air came out, yeah, sure, I'd do some comparisons there, but it wouldn't last long because it just blows it out of the water.
Mhm.
But I just don't think it's
Yeah.
I don't think it's a comparison quad with itself.
And I don't, Chris, since you have it, the back legs, I heard a rumor, or actually I saw a video that are the back arms and legs on it actually like different in terms of color? Like, are they reinforced?
Hold on.
Do you know?
He's
I was
about
just
to do a
curious.
side-by-side comparison.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to go into the side by side comparison. I just want to know if they're reinforced, because there's a lot that I've heard that there's a lot of stress cracks and things like that because you flick them open and that whole thing. But
Sure.
Let me tell you what. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
I saw there were two different types of plastic in one video, and I just want to know if that's true or not.
Well, no, I'm so glad you said that, because I'm gonna go off on this whole broken leg thing, because it's bullshit. Now there is
Fair enough.
absolutely nothing different.
Because I mean, my quad has no stress cracks, and my original one
tell
has
you
no
why.
stress cracks. I checked it today. It looks
Let
fine.
me tell you why there's stress cracks. Okay. I don't know this for sure, but I don't know. Sometimes common sense needs to kind of play a role. And I'm not blaming anybody, any people. So, that's the first thing people are probably thinking is, oh, he's going to say operator error, the way they store it and all that. Sure, that can play a factor. But you have machinery that makes this stuff. The machinery has to be within spec and calibration.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that's not a batch? How do we know
Could
it's
be.
not a batch? Because
Yep.
the machine that made that back right leg was out of spec, and a seam is not perfect in it or something like that, or it's too thin in a specific spot because it was out of spec. It made a batch bad. That batch is spread all over the globe, and people are having these stress cracks within their quad. There's your problem.
That's true.
Unless anybody can tell me something different, I'm dead sold on that. That's just me doing what I do for a living. That makes 100% sense to me. That's probably what the issue is. And at this point, I don't think it's just I'm flying in sport mode all the time, and my back one back leg cracked like everybody else's one back leg. What is the back left?
I don't remember. I just thought it was the back legs in general. The video I saw showed two different types of plastic for the front and the back legs. Both the back were different plastic in terms of color, and the front were different color too.
I think
supposedly
somebody's
it was the 2020.
playing a game there.
It might have been fake. I have no idea. That's why I was just curious. I don't know anybody that has it.
How
yet,
much?
so I wanted
How much speed and wind force would cause a leg to crack though? Like, I mean, not going. It's only going like maybe 40 miles per hour.
But with those back legs, like if you're flicking them real quick, like I don't know how people do it. Like I do mine real slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I know with that one, if you like just throw it, throw those legs out, you could
Yeah,
probably
but
cause some stress to the plastic. But I don't know that for sure. I'm very careful with them, but some people might just throw them, out. I have no idea. I was just curious,
yeah.
But you're right too, Chad.
There is absolutely nothing different though
for sure.
in color. I think somebody wanted to just get a little bit of get something going viral going there, and did a little work maybe with graphics. I don't know. Editing. But
they got my view.
They're identical. I could put them side by side and you wouldn't know which one's which.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's just firmware. That's all it is.
That's hardware.
It's hardware.
They changed the color of the screws.
Oh, they did. There you go.
Chad, do you still have one coming to you, buddy?
Oh no.
No, he didn't get one.
Oh,
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one? I thought you got one for some reason. I don't know why I thought you did.
No, I changed. Well, I was going to go with it, but then I decided to go with the Mavic Air 2, which I'm happy with.
Yeah.
So
see, there's where Carmelo's
good choice.
On point again. Okay, he has an injection molding experience, so I mean, I think he's on the same page as me anyhow.
That makes sense.
Or you never know. I mean, you know how they operate.
A lot of good comments from him.
You know how they operate there. It could be, you know what? This guy just offered to manufacture them cheaper. So they give the contract to him and, save 30 cents. They will operate that way because these companies aren't manufacturing them themselves.
No.
Hubson, none of these guys, they are not manufacturing their stuff themselves. Hubson always bought third-party controllers and put their name and made them look more personalized to them, up until the ZINO, where they had it made specifically for the ZINO. And look at what we got. We got a toy grade controller on the first ZINO and the ZINO Pro. But yeah, so I mean, you don't know what's going on over there, but I totally believe it's a machinery issue, it's a batch issue, and it's just it's destiny at that point. So, and they never recall anything, so it's just going to happen until they all have it happen, and then you're never going to hear about it again. It's not going to happen anymore.
They're just going to randomly fix it in the newer models like they do with everything else.
Well, yeah.
Without word, of course. They're not going to tell you.
Right. So.
Take care, Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis leaving. Night, Dennis.
See you, Dennis.
Night.
It is getting late, guys. We always run into 2 hours, and that's why we don't get the. I think that's why we don't get the big guests.
Yeah,
but
we got Don.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man.
Yeah, well, of course,
he is the man.
I sold Don off early on as the big superstar.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah,
that's why he got brought in last, because he was the.
Why are 27 of you? I want to see comments. Why are 27 of you still here after 2 hours? You might not have been here the whole 2 hours, but you know what? That's cool. That's very cool.
Good for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Nice. Good crowd.
It's 29 now, I think.
Nice.
Or did I? Let me refresh. Hold on. Let me see.
Chad, don't be giving us false information, man.
It's actually going up. It went to 31.
Yeah, it went to 30. See?
Yeah.
See?
All right, I have a proposition live on air. Okay.
What's that?
And I'm not going to hit a buy button. What I'm going to do is say that we should totally do a live while flying drones together.
On the farm.
Up here on the mountain.
Hey.
Oh.
Like we will all have a beer in hand. Eating my smoked brisket while flying our drones into the sunset.
Nice.
Let's do it.
This is my favorite answer because you're normal guys.
Dawn.
Normal might not be the word to use, but I know the direction you're heading with that. We're average guys, probably is what you really. No, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing really scripted here. We've done one scripted show, and that was no disrespect to you, Don. You are a guest, but you're a regular. So, but the only time we were scripted is when we had Jackie on, and respectively, because you bring a guest on, you don't want to just be pulling stuff out of the air, and you want to show them that you do know who they are. And Jackie was a great guest, and
she was
just
awesome.
lovely to talk to, and somebody that we'll have on again. And I'm gonna continue pursuing. I can say it on here, right, guys?
Yeah, I was wondering.
You can say whatever you want.
Should I?
Well, you can try.
Yeah, you can say it.
I don't know if you want to get everyone's hopes up, but you could try if you want.
Let's give those 30 people still watching,
but then
a good glimpse into the future.
I don't know if you want to let this
glimpse
out yet because, I don't know.
Well, the only reason I'm contemplating not doing it is because you know how vindictive some people can be.
That's what I'm saying.
So if some people know that we might have this certain female YouTuber that is big, huge, if we have her as a guest, which she said yes to, but it's just she's a very busy person.
She's very busy.
And I guarantee 90% of the people that have been in this chat all night long know exactly who she is. So
just don't know who we're talking about.
If you're a very first time commenter to the show, to us doing live, or if you watch this later and you're not a subscriber and you're vindictive, you might contact this person and be like, no, don't do that show, So
right.
Yeah, you know what? Don't say it. Don't say it.
I think I sold it. I think I sold it.
Yeah.
And I'm not building that up at all. I mean,
that'd be so sweet.
I think everybody really likes this person. No, she definitely wouldn't.
No, she won't be doing that, David.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
But she'd be such a good guest. And
I'll be right back, guys.
Phenomenal.
And she's a drone person, so likes her DJIs.
She sure is.
All right, everybody, it's iJustine.
I was just gonna say something about her.
Joke.
Now that Chad's gone, we can say it's iJustine.
Yeah. Oh God. All right, so I guess we should probably wait for Chad to get back here, and we should really end this.
Yeah.
We probably should. It's getting a little late. And
what time do you have to get up tomorrow for us to meet?
Chris, you were making me get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time.
Chad,
so that I can be ready by 6.
Chad does it to me too. Chad's like a freaking drill sergeant when we're gonna go fly. 6:30. 6:30.
No, we got to get up at 5. And that's I don't. It doesn't take that long to get ready. I have everything all packed up. It's all sitting over there ready to go, and I have some other stuff still charging.
Here's a dedicated viewer. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, nice.
And also,
always
a good commenter on the channel. This is these are the type of people that make this nice. So hey, thanks for hanging in there. Go to bed. You're insane.
Get some sleep, my friend.
Don't forget the flask. Yeah, I can't forget the flask. And another thing I can't forget is a cart. Do you bring a cart? Like I've got a collapsible thing. It's only like this tall when it's in this thick when it's folded up, and it opens up almost like a dolly.
I don't have that.
It's what all the middle-aged women use when they're teachers and they're putting their books at school.
Yeah.
Well, that Chris, you fit that description perfectly, so we're good.
Well, and I got a question to answer here. You know what? Since this whole lockdown, I had my favorite. I had my favorite, and I can't get it because they shut every damn store down in Pennsylvania since this happened. So I've been going, when I go to Virginia, I've been stocking up. And I'm getting stuff that I'm not crazy about, but there's two that I like to mix together. And I got this one, the name grabbed me, Uncle Junk's.
Oh,
Uncle Junk's Genius Liquid. Now, doesn't that sound a little whacked? But then we have Reds. It's Red's apple, but it's got ice. So it adds a nice, not a menthol, it's just a ice. I don't know. I mixed the two together, not 50-50. It's more 75-25. But that's my flavor. But they just opened up my store. And actually my favorite, you can't read the label on it, but it's Crisscross. I really like Crisscross. They make smoking tobacco and they make e-liquid too. So I've always been natural flavor Crisscross. So there's to answer your question. Probably nothing you smoke or use if you vape. I'm actually, I would like to
gotta love tobacco, man. It's good stuff.
The real
I don't
tobacco.
encourage that. I don't encourage that. If there's any kids watching, I don't encourage that by any means. Just for the record, I'm throwing that out there. I don't encourage it. Don't do it. It's bad for your health.
Didn't you chew or don't you chew?
Of course.
Oh, you got it in now. Okay.
And every once in a while, I have a couple puffs. You'll see that tomorrow. When I'm flying, I like to smoke.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. I did not know that.
I quit a long time ago.
When you fly, you like to smoke.
But when I fly, I like to smoke and drink. When I drink, I like to smoke too. But it's really when I fly. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why.
We do not live close to each other. When you see us together, here's how I'll explain it. Chad lives in Virginia, 15-20 minutes away from where I grew up as a kid until 2006 and moved to Pennsylvania. My mother still lives there, and so does my brother. So my mother has cancer, and I go and care for her at every opportunity I have. So I get to go there and be with my mom 2, sometimes 3 times a week, and I go there for a week and a half, whatever. And that's when you see me and Chad get together, when I am able to just get away for a break, or if she has to go into the hospital, then I can't go visit her because of COVID. So that's why you see me and Chad together. I don't really like hanging out with the guy, but but he brings donuts. He brings donuts.
Yeah.
Hey,
If it wasn't for the donuts,
Chris,
I don't think you would.
those were Dunkin' Donuts, though, weren't they?
No,
Yeah, they were Dunkin'.
Yeah.
No, they were. Yeah, they were. That's right.
Because
Yeah.
it's right across from
Chris,
Occoquan.
Chris,
No, I
I'm
have
not bringing.
Wait, I've got us covered. I've got us covered for breakfast. Don't worry. Blueberry
I
muffins.
was about to say I'm not
blueberry
bringing
muffins.
I'm not bringing donuts tomorrow, but we do have. I did buy cereal bars.
Should I show that clip?
I was going to bring it up. What, do you have it?
I think I still have it. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
see.
He cut the damn thing out. This guy's got to stop editing his shit for good. Like, do you guys remember the
Chad, make
intro?
a B-roll.
Do you guys remember the not the intro, the kind of just the opener to our flights on that river? It was the very first one. We're just sitting around the cars and eating donuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he made a comment and he's like, "Oh, got to cut that out," and then he started over again. It was about swallowing.
Please show it, Chad. Please show it,
Come
buddy.
on. These kids watch his videos, Chris. Come on.
Oh, that's true. If there are any
Hey,
kids
you know
watching,
what?
just cover
You
your
know
ear.
what? Though? I'm not rated for children.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I did my part. Parents got to do theirs. Do you let your children watch mine? Would you let your children watch mine?
Chris, actually, I probably, if I had kids, I probably would let my kids watch yours, other than this live show, because you said shit like 5 times, and I just said it 6 times.
Yeah, your normal videos are fine.
My normal videos are fine
Your videos
now.
are fine.
Yeah.
They're fine now. I used to be a little more like before YouTube started getting on our asses, our buttocks.
The buttocks.
But
Thank you,
know.
Gene. Thank you, Gene, for that.
You got it, Chad?
No.
I'm not sure. I have to find it.
While you're pulling that up, when
Mark,
you guys do get around to coming here,
It'd be a good closer for this live.
No, that'll be the last.
I mean, if rumor starts floating around that we're talking about Chad swallowing, then people are going to come back and.
And then he's gone.
He broke it.
What happened? Oh, Chris is gone.
Yeah,
Chris is gone, man.
Dude.
Oh, now he's back
Chris?
all of a sudden.
I can't be trusted. I'm clicking buttons. I shouldn't be clicking buttons.
I was gonna say, while Chad's bringing that up, that when you guys do get around to coming out here, at the base of my mountain is the best donuts in all of Virginia at the Apple House.
Are they better than Duck Donuts?
Yes, I love Duck Donuts, but you need to have some apple butter donuts in your life. And
apple butter?
Yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Many food publications have said that these are the best donuts in the whole state. So
that to me sounds like a hangover cure like there's no tomorrow.
They're freaking fantastic. They're so good.
Love it. Oh, sounds amazing.
Josh, I'm bringing real big blueberry muffins. And
and I know you said something about fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yes, I heard your. I listened to your voicemail. I didn't get a chance to call you back.
And water and Gatorade.
We have a bunch of chips, goldfish, honey pretzels, which are delicious, by the way, and cereal bars and beer.
And you guys are bringing
Coca-Cola.
And you guys are bringing a grill too, all right?
And we have a grill with.
What's going on?
When he said 2 cars, I'm like, what are you doing?
We're not bringing 2 cars, only 1 car.
No, but us driving separately.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready?
Sharing. No, not yet.
I just wanted to make sure you had the room. I just,
I forgot to share the audio.
Plus, Megan and I are
Patrick.
smokers,
Patrick.
So
Patrick,
we just wanted to make sure.
That's a no, Patrick. We're not making donuts through this crisis.
That's true. You shut that down for now.
We shut donuts down, and I'm missing them. I really miss my donuts.
You know what I love from Sheets, Chris? Is there any way that you can get us some of those macaroni and cheese bites? Dude, those things are phenomenal.
We have them for lunch. They're in our cafeteria daily.
Good.
Yeah, I like those.
Those little triangles of cheese and macaroni goodness. They're incredible.
If I got them for you, they wouldn't be good by the time you had them. I mean,
well, just give me the frozen ones that you guys get, and I'll fry them.
Are you ready, Chad?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. Let it roll.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Now, everybody just be quiet. Okay. Just be quiet and let's listen to.
All right. So, yeah, I don't even believe that I'm going.
I think we took 3 takes on this, by the way. It was not natural at all. Like when you saw the camera point at me and I look over and I'm laughing, that was all. I'm just like, I looked over at Corey and I go,
all right, hold on.
What are you doing? Oh, you ready? Oh, he's okay. He's cueing it.
There you go. Ready? You good?
Okay, I'm ready.
You need to swallow first. All right, here we go.
I do.
Yeah, go back because you're chewing on that bad boy for a while.
All right, here we go.
I've flown it before, and I brought the Mavic Mini.
All right.
It's a little bit windy. Don't know if I'll get that up. Maybe see how that one goes. But definitely going to be Mavic Air 2. It's up in the air as to what happens there, since I haven't ever flown it before. It's just going to be Skydio 2 with the beacon.
Okay. That'd be interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
swallow first. Anyway, no, sorry. I'd cut that out. That's gonna be cut. Anyway,
Oh, Chad, I love it.
so that'd be fun to see, fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Chad, don't forget to cut that out, buddy.
That
I
was
love
good.
it.
That's
That
the
was
kind of
great.
I
stuff
love
thrown
like
at the end.
outtakes, and
Yeah.
we all have amazing outtakes. Like, and Chris, you and I have talked about this before about doing like an outtake video about all the stuff
Mine
we
are all
edited out. Like
mine are all, mine all would have
you
to
know,
be bleeped. Mine would
censored,
all have
yeah.
to be bleeped because I drop the F bomb every time.
So do
Like,
I.
I
go,
get
oh,
mad and I
know?
drop the F bomb.
You guys.
They go, oh, F.
Like I'm in
Yeah.
here doing stuff and I've thrown crap
can't say it.
across the room, and yeah, I
Damn.
All right, now I gotta pull up something. I'm sure you guys haven't watched far enough back in my archives when the rooster attacked my wife,
Oh.
let's see that.
Oh,
and she does a great job censoring herself. Like
oh.
normally, if she wasn't on camera, she'd be letting it all out. Oh man, it's
He's on a roll.
yeah. it's
Face
all
on
that.
his mountain sounds sexual. I'm sorry, that's great. Oh man.
Shit.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh my eyes.
Oh,
Here we go.
oh, you gotta love it, guys. I mean, all the bloopers. Like, if we all made like blooper stuff, the stuff that we actually cut out, you guys would just die laughing. I'm
Mhm.
sure. I say the F bomb every single time I mess up.
And it's
Every
always
single
it's
time.
always great when people forget
go,
to
"Oh."
edit their bloopers out. They know they're there. Well, you did it to me today, Chad. You
Yeah.
said what happened to fast forward? Because I said fast forward in my video and I didn't edit it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I fixed it afterwards in one of the fast forwards.
I was like, hold on. It was funny though. Because he was like fast forward, and it was
Yeah.
just like slow. I was like, hold on, is it slow mo or is it fast forward?
Well, since I knew I was going to edit it, then I wasn't like rushing with the screwdriver, and I'm just glad I wasn't like, oh, this is effing bullshit, or like.
That's funny.
Hey,
Because
Chris,
if I
can you
know
see
I'm
it?
going to edit, I
awesome.
might talk to myself, or I might say something that's not appropriate, and then that's the first thing I was concerned about. So I quickly went back and watched, and that's when I messaged you and said, "Oh, they can just take it as if they mean as if I mean for them to hit fast forward."
This is self-service here. So.
All right, you ready? Done?
All self-service.
Yeah, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because when I share screen, I don't know. Here we go. So we were trying to grab our roosters to give them away because they're too loud for my wife's audiobook recording. So here we go. This is hilarious.
Volume.
Well, I can't hear anything.
Oh no! Seriously? Shoot!
Just turn it.
How do I fix that?
Is
Just turn
your
the button. No,
Oh,
your
it's
computer
because
volume.
just
Because my
being
mic-
muted?
just undo your earphone.
I literally have to go outside the booth to do that. Gosh dang it!
Oh,
That's the worst.
can we
Okay.
see this? Can we see the screaming?
Yeah. Here, I'll let it. A little fast motion here, and then she grabs this rooster. Dang it! She's got it.
No.
I could hear her. I could hear her.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Poor
One
wife.
more time.
Oh, but she's got it by the head. That's great.
She takes.
She's
Ready?
like,
Boom!
Ooh.
oh, she's like, I got it.
Mother.
Oh man.
Wow.
See, most
Okay.
women would have chucked that immediately. She held on and grabbed
Dude.
it by its head. No, you're not going to do that again.
Oh my gosh, she got hit good.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I probably would have thrown it
Yeah.
at that point. Like, I would have dropped it or thrown it. One of the two.
No,
It's
Like,
just
if
she's
it
been
were me.
5 minutes trying to catch the
for the
dang
record.
thing.
Mm.
Wow. Good for
That's
her.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
She's hardcore.
All right,
She's real
guys.
hardcore.
I think
Yeah.
we should probably close it.
Let's close it.
Yeah.
Let's close it.
Mhm.
Closing time.
Yeah, 20 people
Mm.
dropping down. So I think we've
Yeah.
warned everybody out.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything,
it's been 2 hours and 40
anybody,
minutes.
everybody that's left, stay tuned. Josh and I, hopefully this place is as brilliant as I hope it is. From
It
what
looks amazing.
From what I've scouted through the satellites. But if it's as promising as I think it is for range, I am going to try to outrange every quad I have. And I don't practice this at home, but I'll come back on zero. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Something's coming back on zero.
Mhm.
Whatever Chris does, don't do it. Just do the opposite and you'll be fine.
Yes. Yeah. Some commenter always tells me that I'm not the same one, but there's always one in a video that tells me I am teaching people bad things, from hand catching to all kinds of stuff. And it's like, you know what?
Nothing
This
wrong
is
with
a-
hand catching.
This is a big boy hobby.
We're
You
all
know?
adults here.
We're all adults. That's exactly right, Don.
Right. Now,
Mhm.
Mark, there is no emergency landings where we're at. An emergency landing is a goner. You're not getting it back.
Water on the side of a cliff, it looked like. Something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Either water or side of a cliff.
I should have had a
trees.
picture. I should have had the picture ready and popped it up, but I don't.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous picture, by the way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it, guys. That'll be good.
yeah,
Mhm.
hopefully it's a good
We'll
one.
have a good
So-
time.
And our first time getting together, and I'm sure that'll be a good time, just like I have a good time with Chad. And eventually, all of us are going to go swarm Don's place, and
That's right.
there will be all kinds of good video from that.
Mayhem.
I'm sure.
Drone shenanigans.
By then, you need to get some pigs, grease them up.
Oh, wow.
Pigs are happening next year, not this year. I'm too busy with the house.
See who catches the pig. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank everybody for sticking it out there. Once again, we're known for these long ones. Can't help it. Enjoy it. Always. There's never been a conflict in the chat, ever.
Yeah, you guys
So-
are great.
Good for you guys. That's
'Cause
awesome.
Because we're normal, right? Is that what it was? Because we're just
Yeah.
normal guys.
Regular guys.
We are not normal by any
Yeah,
means, but,
yeah.
but you know, it is what it is, I guess.
No, but we're not.
I am. They're not.
But we're not. But we're not. But we're not fake, and we're not obviously
No.
not really filtered. But sorry, that's just me. Blame my wife for that. I was a perfect person with very good language until my wife. It's all her fault.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
All right,
guys.
dude.
All right, guys. Stick around
been a
if you want
pleasure.
after I click the button. But good night, all.
Good night,
Thanks for being
everybody.
here, guys.
It's been a pleasure.
Peace,
Thank you,
love,
everybody
and
in the chat.
vegetable rights.
Vegetable rights. Peace.
You guys.